Did you question that part of the movie like I did?
What about honestly I thought it was like more towards black people, but then I don't know.
Wait, what? All right, you're gonna have to explain that, bro. Yeah, we're just gonna start this shit live.
The only time I caught the Holy Ghost was when I was in church drinking.
Like they're two dumb dudes. Welcome to the latest episode of Sarath and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. There we go. There we go. We kicking it off straight up. That's how we do. Look at that, man. Oh shit. He got that glare on his face.
Yeah, it's just a lot of cocoa butter.
I actually might be a little too bright, dog.
That's what I was thinking, because that's why I didn't realize I didn't have them on, because I'm off the regular sunlight right now.
Is it your connection or something like that? Like between the last podcast and this one, like your camera's been glitching.
Yeah, no.
I can't tell if like I don't know. Maybe you need a different camera, or maybe juice ran in the computer room and messed it up.
Shit, the whole camera's off now.
I don't know.
Shit.
Yeah. Chris, right now the square looks like normal Chris, but we're writing across the front.
Shit, kiss my ass.
Well, anyways, welcome to the next episode, or the newest episode of Sarath and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. It's your boy Sarath, aka Makazi.
And your boy Chris Brown, aka Red 4 Delta. How's everybody doing? Even though you can't see me.
Well, for the listeners, ain't nothing really changed. But for the people viewing, Mr. Chris Brown has some technical difficulties going on because I don't know. Maybe he got that Walgreens plug, and that's why he need to go replace it.
No, the damn shit just shut itself off. Like I literally had to just say turn camera on. Go fucking figure.
Well, I think it's probably because of the connection. Whatever, something's up with the connection, because between earlier, so just a second ago, and last week's podcast, like your camera was glitching a lot, so I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, who knows?
But I swear. I think your camera, whatever you did, but it looks like you pushed your camera or your computer back a little bit, because I can see like the tip of your arm handle. Like if you look down on your right, I can see that I can see the springs. Yeah. Normally I can't see it.
I know I moved it back a couple weeks ago. I ain't touched it since then, but unless I did by accident.
And Chris needs that extra space when he watches porn on the computer.
Shit. I think I got these arms. A whole lot of.
Like, I need to operate. I need as much room as I can. I can't mess with none of this expensive equipment.
No. I'm a good Christian, man. I don't do that kind of stuff, man. No.
I have a question about that. Okay, so I was thinking about this the other day. I was thinking about it with someone at work. I want to pose this question to you because your name is Christopher. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, whenever anybody's name is Christopher, everybody always calls him Chris, right?
Yeah.
The shortened name is Chris. But why do they always stop at the S? Why can't they stop after the T?
That doesn't even sound right. Christ.
No, that's Christ.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so why can't people just call people named Christopher Christ? Hey, what up, Christ?
Because we're the most dirtiest, grimiest people on the face of the earth. It wouldn't fit.
It's like, because like, when you think of religion, like for some reason only Latinos name their kids Jesus, which is Jesus. At least
Hell yeah.
Europeans can be like, well, my son's name is Christopher, which is we call him Christ.
Yeah, I don't know. I've actually never heard anybody refer to it like that. It's Chris. Chris is the base word. You know?
No, Christopher is the base word.
No,
why do they stop?
Chris, top, her.
No. That don't even sound right. Chris, top, her.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, but like, you would think like if they went past the S, they stopped at the S because it's one syllable, Chris.
Yeah.
Versus Christopher, which is 3 syllables. So you're shortening it, making it easier. But Christ is 1 syllable too. So why can't they just say Christ?
Christ is its own word, I guess. I don't know. There's no, or like Christ the King. I don't know.
These are my kids, Jason, Kevin, and Christ.
That would just be weird. That's like, I think it's like an unwritten law.
Yeah, I mean, biblical names in general, like there's like old school names you don't really hear anymore, like Emmett.
Yeah,
like you ain't gonna hear no one name their son Emmett in 2022, unless it's like a family name, Maybell.
I think Emmett went down in history along with the case in Mississippi.
Well, no, because you got Emmett Smith. I named my son after Emmett Smith, the running back.
You know what? Yeah, I think he was the last Emmett.
Yeah, but when's the last time you seen someone named like Ulysses?
Shit, I only knew one person, and that was was it in high school or middle school?
So I knew a Ulysses in elementary school. So it might have been the same dude.
Who's black as hell.
I think we might have knew the same guy.
He's the only Ulysses in Springfield, Massachusetts.
Well, yeah, only one I knew.
For real.
Pretty good at football.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's probably the same Ulysses.
Yeah. Oh man, right, so, that's funny. Oh
I'll tell you, man. Sometimes, because you be hearing about people naming their kids with like the most ridiculous names, and like sometimes I think people like battle to think of the most ridiculous name for their kid.
What drove me crazy is when I was having my daughter, and they said, "Yeah, just go on the app and go names for girls to choose." I was like, "Who the fuck uses an app to name their child?"
Some people have baby books. Apps is like an electronic version of a baby book.
I mean, use your fucking head.
Yeah. I guess. It's funny because like when Kim and Kanye had their daughter and they named her North, right? And you would see on like the news sites or whatever, all these like tabloids, whatever, and they would try to like, trying to clown Kim and Kanye or whatever. So they always refer to their daughter as Northwest. They're like, they named her Northwest. I'm like, her name's North. You don't ever call anyone else by their first and last name together. Like, you're just doing it to be an asshole.
Pretty much. I actually had a friend in the military. His last name was West, but his first name was Easton. Easton West.
That's a good one. I like that one.
But it fit though. Like you heard it, like your first name's Easton. Okay. Interesting.
Like I actually like that a lot. That's a wrestling name. That's a good wrestling name.
That'd be a tag team, East and West.
Yeah. No, but you got to name this one person, Easton.
Yeah.
Just Easton. One person's name Easton. The other one name is West, and it's called their tag name could be like I don't know, unwanted directions or One Direction.
What? Unwanted directions. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, seeing how this is the start, you got your drink?
We haven't even had a drink yet.
I know I'm still trying to get my shit together. Honestly.
What you mean?
Just like from my energy coming down off the workout and everything else. So.
Oh yeah, because you didn't have your daily nap.
No, I had that, but it wasn't long enough.
Like Tommy Pickles, you need a daily nap.
Hey man, it has to happen. Old age.
Oh, but usually a workout brings the energy up. You one of the people that work out like Zalski?
I work out in the sweat box. Like I turn the heat on, shut everything, and sweat.
Oh, man, listen, I could have just kept going with that joke, but
yeah, I'm sure you could, but
I'm going to.
Yeah, I need to replenish my soul, and I'm waiting on you.
See, like if you so when I built my home gym, I put up a sign for my home gym that I have people whenever they come to work out, they sign it. And it says it's called the Sweatshop.
Really? Because mine's called the Sweat Box.
No, but listen, mine's called the Sweatshop because that's where I put in work.
Yeah.
Call yours like the plantation.
Ain't no cotton around here.
The field.
Oh man.
That's a terrible joke, but I like that double entendre where everybody, when I called it the Sweatshop, and everybody was like, "Oh, but I'm like, no, because it's where I sweat, put in work."
Yeah, like, you gonna sweat. Shit.
Yeah.
So you see mine. I mean, I throw on my hoodie and everything, and turn the air off so I can sweat.
Yeah.
I gotta lose his belly. I've been doing pretty good though. You know what I'm saying?
Same here. It's getting there.
Yeah.
In there, but just see the angle I sit, it always makes it look bad.
You went from an 18-wheeler tire to a F-150 now.
Bro, I'm trying to get to that run flat.
You'll get to keep going. Oh man.
All right. So what I'm drinking this week is I got 2 ciders here.
Okay.
It's from the same brand that I had last week because I grabbed the sampler pack. This one is called, the first one I have is called High Limb Core, and it's the unfiltered hard cider.
You didn't have that one last week? You had a high limb.
I had a high limb, but it wasn't. I don't think it was Core. I think it was a different one.
Okay, but so the name of it is High Limb.
Yeah, the name of the brand is High Limb.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
and then after that, I got me the High Limb Maple Days.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, I like how like just simple this packaging is.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes you pay attention to what the writing on it. But this was made in Plymouth, Mass. The other one was made in just as crafted in Massachusetts.
Cool. To change the subject real quick.
Go ahead.
This is with that shirt.
Bro, so it's NBA Jam, but they got the Jason Tatum.
That's what I'm looking like. Those. At first I saw it and I was like, okay, you got an old school Celtics shirt on, but then I looked like, wait a minute, that's not old school.
Yeah, I know. So like, this is a company called Homage, and they do like old school T-shirts and stuff like that. And they do a bunch of old school wrestling shirts.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll have like wrestling shirts that have kind of the same thing, but then they have this NBA Jam one where it has like current players but set up in the NBA Jam look.
Yeah.
So
that's how I call me. That's kind of dope.
Yeah, once I saw that shirt, I had to go on there and see if they had a Celtics one. The minute I saw it, I was like, ordered. But okay, so I got my 2 ciders, but I also have something very special today that I will be dabbling in. So 2 weeks ago, I took what we like to call a package of Sour Patch Kids.
Oh, snap.
And I put it into a jar, and then I poured some Bullet bourbon on top. And this is the end result.
Holy hell.
And this has been there for 2 weeks.
That looks so terrible.
Well, maybe it just got all the color. Looks like all the color from the Sour Patch Kids leached out into it.
Yeah.
But
you get the little baby sippy top on top of it. Turn it right up.
This is the one I got from the, what is it? Sugarland Shine. It's the Moonshine place
in Tennessee.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I got a little spout that I can pour this out of. It's going into my.
I'll definitely taste it. Just to see. Yes, indeed.
Well, this is 2 weeks. This is 2 weeks in here. Like, I actually wanted to sit here for at least a month, but 2 weeks was the minimum before I have a taste. What you drinking?
Shit. Honestly, I didn't get my new shot that I would try for today, and shit, we just stuck to my usual.
But next time you go get shots, why don't you buy a couple different ones?
Because they never get my attention. I know they're gonna taste nasty.
Yeah, but it's not supposed to get your attention right then. You buy like 3 or 4 different ones, and then you put them motherfuckers in a hat, and then when today comes, you pull one out. The only caveat would be like, okay, these are ones I haven't tasted before.
See, but I'm looking for more whiskey shots, not just shots in general. And there's always like 3 or 4 of them. Never anything.
Look at and just buy them, and then play roulette with them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Man, listen, you're a little too what's the word?
You're messing up my blood alcohol count, or my alcohol blood count.
All right.
So I run off this stuff.
What else you got besides your Jack?
Just some wine tonight. I'm on the roll. I ran out of non-alcoholic beer, so I'm on my wine for today.
All right. Well, let's give this a taste. Ooh, it's coming out thick. Not really. I'm just kidding, but
I'm about to say, looks like Kool-Aid. Like all the flavors mixed together. How's it smell?
It smells like a bad decision.
All right, they usually equal good results.
Hopefully, it's not like my mom sucking potpourri vodka.
That shit right there.
All right, so I
tasted it.
So for those listening, in every Cambodian household, you will find a bottle of potpourri vodka. What the potpourri vodka is it's some bottom shelf vodka that they put all these different herbs and roots and things in there. It's probably like like oak tree and shit like that in there. I don't know what the hell's in it.
It did taste really, really earthy.
Right? It looks like sawdust.
But look, that shit had me fucked up. Even though I was drinking a bunch of other shit, but I remember I took that shot and everything was just like,
like
the universe exploded. And I was like, okay, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
That shit was probably like a hallucinogenic. They probably got mushrooms in there. Didn't even know.
Probably was. Oh man.
Oh, let's. Okay, I'm gonna give this a little sip.
Yeah, go ahead. You gotta let me know how it tastes.
Oh, that's not bad.
Does the sugar like actually take over from the Sour Patch Kids?
You taste the sugar in it, and it's almost like a like not like a fruit punch, but it's like the type of sugar that you get in like a sweet wine or like an Arbor Mist wine. You ever had the Arbor Mist red wine?
Yeah,
okay,
long time
like
ago.
That.
But yeah,
it tastes like that, like the sugar content tastes like that, but then you get hit right after with like the burn coming down.
Okay,
so it's almost like grape juice with a burn. Well,
so it would be better on ice.
Yeah, if I pour this on ice and just sipped it actually wouldn't be bad. I'm about to shoot it right now, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, then wait for me.
Next time I might do this with like a different bourbon.
Which one do you use? You said Bullet, right?
Bullet, yeah.
Here we go.
Envy or some shit like that next time. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's just like, I hate to say it, but it's like straight up NyQuil.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean? Like you get that quick hit of like fruit juice and then that burn that comes down right after. Just like if you're taking cough syrup.
Shit, you might have come up with a new one. You might make some money off of it.
What, cough syrup flavored bourbon?
Shit, it might actually be some real cough syrup.
I don't know. Yeah, if I start singing later, like you
go to do karaoke tonight, like, oh shit, my vocals is on point.
All right. Well, speaking of singing, so this week
good segue.
We took a dabble in some music themed movies.
Indeed.
And so we decided last week that this week we were gonna pull a little trick out of the bag, and that was I had to watch a movie that Chris recommended, and Chris had to watch a movie that I recommended. So what's whose movie should we go through first? Yours or mine?
As always.
I'll flip that coin.
Yes, indeed.
Right, well, I'm about to pour this high limb real quick.
All right, so heads will do my movie first. Tails your movie first. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Heads.
It's all right. So you're doing the movie you picked. We're doing the movie you picked, right? So we're doing your movie first.
Oh, okay. I actually meant the movie that I had to watch, but that's all good.
No, let's do okay. Yeah, no, we're doing the movie that you picked.
Okay. Okay, cool.
So I'm drinking the Highland Core. Unfiltered.
It looks like some type of lime tequila.
It looks like like a margarita almost.
Yeah.
This is this is more on the dry side of a cider. Oh, this one's good. Oh yeah, that's good.
Was that the frozen
like white wine?
Was that the frozen? Really, a white wine?
It tastes like it would be.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like that's kind of surprising.
This was a chilled mug about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I warmed up. Hold on. All right, so why don't you tell the folks what movie you made me watch this week?
The movie I made Sarath sit down and watch after like fucking 10 years of it being out was the first Frozen.
Yes. This man made me log on to Disney Plus, look at a cover of Elsa and Anna.
Yeah.
Actually click on that movie.
I'm surprised it took you this long to watch it.
I do. So, okay. So I just never had the urge to watch Frozen. I have no idea why, because I usually love Disney movies. You know, things
Mm.
like that. Like I'm a big believer in Disney movies and shit like that. But for some reason, I never really had the urge to watch Frozen for whatever reason.
I can't tell you why I want to watch it. I knew it was Disney, so I want to see it anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And I think after just watching the previews and just looking at how colorful it was, I was like, I gotta go check this out.
All right,
But I
you
need
was
to go
like,
borrow. I need to
you
go
was
borrow
like,
some kids.
man. Now you was like, man, they got some beautiful white women in this movie.
Shit. No, I was concerned about Olaf. or shit.
There
But
was no brothers in the movie. Just be clear. But
nah,
I think because
they,
of
they,
where
they,
it took place.
they come in the second one.
I haven't even seen the second one yet.
Oh man, but
Um,
yeah, I actually took my friend's children to go see it.
okay.
And I think that was like I wanted to see it, but I think they wanted to see it, so it was like more of a reason to go and see it. And
that was your cover. Like give me
it
a
was
kid. We gonna watch a movie.
it was definitely a cover, but they wanted to see it, so it worked out. You know what I'm saying? But in my opinion, Disney was known for musicals, and then I feel like they had stopped doing them after a while.
Yeah.
And when Frozen came back, it like took the musical game back up to like Lion King status, in my opinion.
Okay.
So
Just okay. So my end opinion is I liked the movie.
okay,
I liked it. It wasn't bad. I will say for those listening who have seen Frozen, in my honest opinion, this is my opinion.
mm-hmm.
I ain't got to follow it, but in my opinion, Moana shits on Frozen. In my opinion,
Movie wise or singing wise?
maybe both.
Really?
Maybe both. I think the memorable song out of both, I would have to go with Moana.
I'm not downgrading Moana, but I think Coco's better than Moana when it comes to music.
But I'm talking about Frozen or Moana, because when Moana came out, it was popular. People liked it, but it was more known for having The Rock be in it than anything, as far as I remember. But when all of a sudden Frozen hit, all of a sudden you saw Frozen everywhere. Like you saw toys, all this shit. Like for some reason, I think Frozen popped off more than Moana. But after watching Frozen, I think Moana is the better movie. I think it's got more memorable songs. I think it's got more memorable characters. I think the tension that's built in Moana is better than the tension that's built in Frozen.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm curious why you chose this movie for me to watch.
Well, if you tuned in to the last episode, we were going through musicals, and one of the ideal songs that I actually love is "Let It Go." You know, on a personal level, you know what I'm saying?
Why specifically? So I rewatched the movie today, right before we did the podcast, just so I could make sure I had some stuff in my head specifically for it. And one of the things I specifically listened to was "Let It Go" and the lyrics. So why is it on a personal level?
Oh, because at that point in my life, I was really in a spot where it says, where the whole chorus is standing frozen in the life I've chosen. You won't find me, the past is so behind me. You know what I'm saying? Like that one little section right there was just like, people don't realize the decisions that they make, whatever the case may be, whether they're good or bad or whatever, it can leave you stuck, frozen in a spot that you didn't even know you're stuck in. You know what I'm saying? And just, yeah, that right there. Plus Demi Lovato did the song, like the video version.
Yeah, she did the actual like song version. Although the lady that sung it was, pretty dope.
Yeah.
Here's my thing about that song. Yeah, I listened to it because I was like, when I first watched it and I listened to it, I was like, I was listening to the lyrics and I was listening to that song and I was like, why was this song so popular? That's what went through my head. I was like, why was this song so popular? Nothing initially grabbed my attention.
Really?
But then I listened to it again today and I was like, okay, yeah, you know what? Okay, I can see it's like a very like empowering message. It's very, I just be me. I gotta be me. I just gotta let go of all the bullshit and just be me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, lyrics is kind of fucked up. Lyrics is kind of fucked up. So you want to talk about
which part?
Let the storm go. The cold don't even bother me anyway. Like let's let this shit stay fucked up because I'm cool. That's essentially what she said. I know I done fucked everything up, but let it stay because it ain't bothering me in the first place. So whatever.
Yeah, true.
That's
True.
the only part where I was like, oh, that's kind of fucked up.
I mean, I never even looked at it like that. But to me, the song was dope. Just for one, I actually seen it on the big screen.
Mhm.
And like I said, this was like Disney's, in my opinion, Disney's like comeback moment for musicals. And the way they did it with her, with the ice and everything and building the castle, I just thought it was dope. Like to sit there and just watch it.
What came first, Frozen or Moana?
I think Frozen came first.
Okay, if Frozen came first, then okay, then I understand. I understand why Moana was, in my opinion, better than Frozen. If Frozen came first, if Frozen came,
Frozen
second,
was, I think, 2012. No, Frozen was like 13 or 14.
Let me look this motherfucker up.
Oh gosh,
I'm just curious because if that's the case, then I understand why. I feel like Moana is the better movie because it could be one of those things where they learned whatever from making Frozen and they took those lessons into Moana.
Okay.
So let's see. Frozen came out in 2013.
There you go.
Let's see. Release date November 19th, 2013. Moana. Let's see.
That's like 2016, ain't it? 15, 16?
Bro, man, you are on point with your fucking timing. Yes, it was November 14th, 2016. It was it's literally probably the movie they worked on right after Frozen.
That makes sense.
Okay, so that makes sense why I feel like Moana's better. Because in my opinion, the one thing I didn't like about Frozen was it didn't feel like the central issue or the central story of the movie or the issue, whatever, where the tension is built. I didn't feel like it was that strong.
Are you talking about between the sisters?
Yeah, just the sister running away and then her going to save her. Like, I didn't feel like that story right there. I felt like it was an okay story.
See, of course, now I got to think back. This is a couple years ago, almost 10 years ago. But I actually had liked the way they did it because, of course, in the movie, at least when I watched it, you're thinking, okay, the act of true love is going to save the curse, everything else, and you think it's going to be off of Kristoff. You know what I'm saying? But it's really about her showing a true love to her sister that she felt neglected her for so many years because of something she didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? And it just, I guess, in my opinion, the overall concept of the story was that that bond between siblings, and then also, if you look at it on a different perspective, just because if you don't understand something, it can kill you. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't understand her sister had a whole issue because they hid it for so many years, and her not knowing that, she acted on what she thought she knew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when it all came out, it was all fucked up.
No, I understand, but it felt like the minute, I don't know, it felt like her going after her sister kind of just, it wasn't as interesting. Like the whole journey of her trying to find her sister and get her sister back and get on the same page with her sister. To me, that wasn't nearly as interesting as her interaction with the other people in her life.
You talking about
like when she meets Kristoff and Sven, and when all of a sudden Olaf shows up, things like that. But like it just felt like, I don't know, if it didn't feel like it was like this life or death situation when she was chasing after her sister.
Okay, definitely not that. Well, the life or death situation was her dying on the inside, and that's why I pointed at that part when she was a baby and she got struck, and they said, did she get hit in the head or in the heart?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because to me, that part is the movie is so vital just in everyday life. He said the head you can convince, the heart not so much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you think about it, like, you ever been in a situation, whether it was in a relationship, wrestling, whatever, and something happened and it hit you here instead of here. You know what I'm saying? Well, when you get hit here, the shit don't move that easily. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so in that same vein, my first girlfriend when I was, first of all, I had my first girlfriend I got my first girlfriend when I was 19. I was a late bloomer.
I was going to say 9. I was going to say, damn, dude, you out there getting it
in. You know what I'm saying? Ancient Chinese secret.
Oh, man.
Okay, so I had a first girlfriend when I was 19. And then, like, I mean, I want to say, I mean, we were together for like a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
A few months in, like, I kind of knew up here that, like, hey, this isn't fruitful. It's toxic. You know, we shouldn't, you know, there's things going on in this relationship that, like, you know, we shouldn't be together. It's not good. And I knew that up here, but like, I had to know it here first. So like, I had to tell, you had
to know it here first.
No, I had to know it here before I could really let it go.
Okay.
Because I would tell myself that, like, you know, I'd hear from other people, hey man, she ain't good for you and all this different shit and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, and in my head, like, I knew it. I know I understand what they're saying. And I honestly felt it too, but I didn't feel it here. And I felt like if I didn't feel it here, then I couldn't let it go, because then I'm always going to wonder, like, was it truly me that wanted to let it go, or was I letting everyone else influence me? So once again, I had to let it seep into the heart. And once it seeped into the heart, then I was able to let it go. That was not a good relationship.
Yeah. But that whole scenario, like you just said, it's like the head could be convinced, like you said, was it outside influences, was it your own thoughts, whatever.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you knew how you felt here. Yeah. You couldn't make a decision until you knew it was supposed to be here. Yeah. And that's what I was saying about that part of the movie. Good, bad, ugly, whatever, throughout life. Some things can hit you mentally, some things can hit you emotionally, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But which one's going to stick with you longer? You know what I'm saying? What are you going to remember more? The fact that you got hit, or the person that hit you that you never thought would? You know what I'm saying?
No, I get that. I get that. That's actually really it's actually really strong. Like the fact that, like, what's more important? The fact that you got hit, or is the person that hit you?
Yeah.
And depending on the scenario, you figure that out. But so like, I get that and stuff like that. And like, I don't know. I felt like that whole going to get my sister back. I just didn't think it was that interesting of a story, because it wasn't like all of a sudden Elsa was finally able to be free and be herself, and she was like, no, I'm not going back. Like, fuck this shit. I'm not going back. I'm finally able to just be me.
Yeah, because she had to hide who she really was around the people that she loved, or loved her, so to speak.
Yeah, but then when she got free and she let herself go for like 10 minutes, but then she went back to, you know, still being insular, just away from everyone. So I thought it was just wondering, like, you know, would it have been a more interesting story if she finally got free and now she's like, no, I don't want to go back because I'm finally able to just be who I am without any restriction.
You know, that's actually an interesting perspective, because she became free but was still a prisoner.
Yeah.
The only difference is she imprisoned herself.
Yeah. The
first time they imprisoned her. The second time she became free, but she imprisoned herself. That's a cold ass statement. How many people do that mentally to themselves?
Well, yeah, because like for a long time, and this is just not even in this movie, just in life in general, like you will get situations where you can convince yourself that your issues and what's holding you back is everyone else around you. And so you start, whatever your issues are, you're attributing it to one of the reasons why I'm closed off and away from everything is because everybody's keeping me closed off because of this thing about me. And then all of a sudden you get free and you're finally closed off because you have to realize that, like, this thing about you is something you need to deal with. You know, that's something you still need to get over. It doesn't matter who else is around you telling you what to do. Like, you have to deal with this thing inside you before you can truly let yourself go.
Okay.
Okay. So, like, again, I didn't find the journey to get Elsa back all that interesting. Because first of all, they got attacked by some wolves that only showed up once in the movie.
They had a reindeer.
Second, they got up that mountain pretty goddamn quick.
They had a reindeer. No joke.
It should have been. Speaking of the reindeer, but this got nothing to do with the reindeer. So in the scene where they're getting chased by the wolves, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then fucking Anna's like, Sven, jump. He's like, no, you don't tell him to jump. I tell him to jump. So Kristoff tosses her on the Sven, cuts off. Reindeer jumps. He jumps. The sled falls. Boom. And then he lands. And then motherfucker looks down and the sled explodes. Ain't got no engine in there. What the hell? What the hell did it explode?
Did he? No, he didn't buy dynamite.
No. Remember, man moved ice.
Yeah, I know. But because
ice in the sled.
They met at the store. No, he brought carrots or something else. Never mind. Okay.
He bought carrots and a rope and something else.
Okay.
But like I was like, why the hell did it explode?
TV purposes, man.
I was like, this man moves ice for a living.
Hey, ice can explode.
Hey man, no.
Yeah, you never took a what I do? I did this one day.
Is this physics or black magic?
No, both. Black physics. No, I think I froze a glass trying to make a freeze pop one day, and didn't know that when ice freezes, it expands.
Yep.
And I took it out the cold freezer and put it under some hot water, and the whole shit just busted.
Yep.
It blew up. Ice can blow up.
True.
That snow must have been real hot down there.
I mean, what? Okay, so what else? So that was. I mean, them. I think her interaction with Kristoff was cool and things like that. I like the trolls. I thought the trolls were funny. I thought that's one of my favorite parts where he goes when he starts saying hi to all the rocks, and they're like, I think this dude's crazy.
Yeah. Now I actually liked it because they reversed it, because most 99% of movies always refer to the guy having the problem. And that's what the whole song about him being the fixer-upper. Yep. But then they realized it was like, nah, maybe she's a fixer-upper, you know what I'm saying? Like Kristoff is okay. You got some problems, you know what I'm saying?
Right, but in my opinion,
yeah.
And tell me what you think.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that they were trying to make the trolls kind of the Frozen version of the Minions from Despicable Me? That's the feeling I got, where I was like, oh, they're just kind of troll versions of Despicable Me.
I didn't catch that. I gotta think.
Because they do like, because the Minions, they just do like random things to get laughs. Like, they're kind of just, they talk gibberish. You don't really understand what they're saying, but everything they do is specifically to do like just a random out of left field laugh. It never really actually has anything to do specifically with the story.
Yeah.
Whereas same thing with this, I felt like the trolls were there, and like, obviously that's his family and all that stuff, but like they would make random little comments where I was like, okay, they're just right now they're there for you want to think they're just comic relief people.
Well, that and I guess, how can I put it? Like that mythical creature, so to speak, or whatever, where it's like they live in the woods, they have some type of power, you know what I'm saying? It's like the village elder, you know what I'm saying? Because even in the beginning of the movie, the king went to go see them when Anna got hit, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like everybody doesn't know about them, but they exist. They're like the outskirts, the Watchmen or whatever. I don't know.
Did you question that part of the movie like I did?
Well, about honestly, I thought it was like more towards black people, but then I don't know.
Wait, what? All right, you're gonna have to explain that, bro.
Only because she was like, plus I don't see no rings. Beyonce put a ring on it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, random pop culture stuff that goes for a laugh.
Yeah.
I mean, he was like, where they were like, I did this, and he was like, I passed the kidney stones. I liked them. I thought they were funny. I thought they were really funny. Okay, so but here's the thing. Why didn't the village elder tell Anna that he fucking took her powers away when she was younger? Because when he was trying to heal her heart, that's the same dude that took her powers away and took the memories away so that she could only remember the happy things.
Yeah.
Why didn't he tell her that then?
Okay, this is my 2 cents about it. Because remember, she got struck in the heart with ice. You know what I'm saying? She was cold as ice. Hey, you know what I'm saying? No, no. But no, I feel like I feel no.
Ran in this motherfucker.
Look, man, it just had to happen. But I feel like if you want, if I can put it in regular people terms, if you go through something traumatic,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying, and one of the biggest things that create traumatic injuries are relationships. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because if you truly love somebody or love something, it's from here. You know what I'm saying? You think about things to make this feel good for the other person. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just it is what it is. So when that other person hits you with an ice dagger, you gotta really. It takes you a long, long time to meet somebody that can melt that shit down so that you have feeling again.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So when he said, "I'm gonna take away all the bad stuff and everything, just let her keep the fun." Okay, she's hit by her sister. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And it's ice. So, but I don't want her to be cold towards her sister.
Hmm.
You know, so let's just take away the bad stuff. Let's take away the fact that her sister hit her,
Yeah.
and remember the fun that they had together. Even though she got hit, let's not remind her of the ice that's in her chest right now. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that, but I'm saying like, why didn't? Okay, so she got hit in the head in the first one, and
Oh yeah,
and he
yeah,
took away all the memories and all that stuff. But when he met her again, and now she had ice in her heart,
yeah.
why didn't he tell her like, hey, I remember you, like
Mm,
this is why I remember you from when you were younger, and then why didn't he tell her like, yeah, this is what's up with your sister, like this is what happened.
mm,
I felt like that's when that story should have came out. It was right then. Like she should have learned right there. And then at some point in that whole like what the fuck just happened, she's like, no, that's my she comes to do the no, that's my sister. Like it doesn't matter what she did. I still love her. I still gotta go find my sister and get her back.
mm.
It was something like that where I was just like, okay, why didn't they do that? But one of my favorites things about the movie, which I kind of, maybe it's the adult in me.
Okay.
One of my favorite things is when she sacrificed herself to stop the fucking to
The
stop
douchebag,
the douche. Yeah, pretty much stop the
that
douche.
raggedy bitch.
I got something to say about that motherfucker. But
Yeah.
to stop him, and then she ended up staying frozen.
Mm,
Like I actually thought once that happened, I actually thought like, oh, this is dope. Like she actually stays frozen
mm-hmm.
because she sacrificed herself to save her sister. Like it just let her stay frozen.
Mm. See, and on the flip side of it, I knew it was going to be like an act of true love, but I thought it was going to be between Kristoff and Anna. I didn't know Anna had to go do something to save her sister. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was a dope flip for me. Like,
Yeah. No,
because I didn't see that coming.
it's dope. I just part of me was like kind of hoping that act of true love was like, she did that for her sister, and then all of a sudden, like, but because of that, she's stuck. And now Elsa's gotta, maybe go on and try to figure out what do I have to do now in order to get my sister back? And
You just
that would be the dope part too.
yeah, but you just made me think a little bit outside the box because,
Mhm.
of course, they said the only thing that can save a frozen heart is act of true love.
Yeah.
So, what better to do than to go save the person that hurt you?
Yeah. No, that's
You know what I'm saying?
that's an amazing concept that like the person that's infected you in a way that you're pretty much dying,
Yeah.
but like you still put it all on the line to save them.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Like it's crazy and it's good, but I just thought like instead of having her thaw out after because she did that act of true love,
Yeah.
I thought maybe it'd be dope if she actually stayed frozen.
Mm.
Then now that's what causes Elsa to just learn and try to become better, and then all of a sudden part two is like she has to figure out a way of like getting her sister back somehow.
Mm. That I can see that flipping the storyline.
Yeah.
I don't knock it.
Yeah. Now, okay, now so let's talk about the douchebag prince.
That raggedy bitch.
Yeah. So, was it just me, or was that like really just we need a bad guy?
um. No, because there's two parts in the movie that really stand out to me when it comes to him.
Yep.
When he first meets Anna on the boat with the horse,
Mhm.
and it's so subtle but so deep. At least I caught it. And he says, when he first sees her, he says, "Oh, it's you." And she's like, "Who, me? Oh, yeah, just whatever." Like he like at that moment he met her, when he said it's you, it was like it's you, like you're like that person that I want to meet. You know what I'm saying?
Like
And
he
she,
knows who she is.
yeah, and she downplayed herself, like, no, it's just me, whatever. He's like, no, it's you. You know what I'm saying? And then after he gets, I guess the crown or whatever, and she comes back, he looks up and says, "Oh, it's you." You know what I'm saying? That's
I didn't catch that.
yes, I said I caught that when he first saw her. It was like it's you. Like I'm happy to see you. I get to meet you because he wanted something. He had an ulterior motive. Once he got it, and she came back and she was dying, he looked up and was like, "Oh, it's you." Like,
Well, okay, so but
you know what I'm saying?
okay, so my issue with him is not necessarily that he's the token bad guy in the movie, but did it feel like they all of a sudden made that 180 switch just because they needed the bad guy? Because nothing up until that point even gave a slight hint that maybe he had ulterior motives.
No, I think it was just really portraying it to real people. Like you can meet somebody, and
Yeah.
off the back, like, yo, I just met this girl, whatever, and yo, we love the same things, we eat the same foods, whatever. Like, and when they first met, because Anna was so innocent because she was sheltered,
Mhm.
was like, yo, this guy is like my mirror image. And he was just like, I'm gonna play this game, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying, to get over. And I think that's like real life, you know what I'm saying?
No, I understand, but I feel like just in the scheme of the movie, I felt like, okay, say for instance, when she decided she wanted to go see or she wanted to go chase Elsa to get her back, I kind of felt like he maybe should have just said, okay, like go ahead, go do that, and I'll watch the kingdom while you're gone.
I thought she did.
No, she told him to stay because he was going to go with her. He's like, I'll go
Oh,
with you.
okay.
She's like, no,
Okay.
you stay because I need to find her and I need someone to watch over.
Mm-hmm.
But like, so to me, if he's going to go off into the wilderness with her, to me, he's like, okay, he just seems like a guy who's going to do whatever to help out. But I think if he said, if she goes, I got to go off and find Elsa, he just goes, all right, you go and I'll watch everything. And you kind of get that sense that like, would he have ever gone to help you?
No, go, because you realize he said he had 12 brothers. He was the youngest.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
needed to get rich somehow.
but that's what I mean. That's why I felt like it was such a jarring thing for him to go from offering to help her out, offering to do all these things, to all of a sudden being like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna let you die." I wish I had gotten a sense that maybe he was slightly selfish a little earlier in the movie. That's all.
Well, then that takes away from the movie. But yeah,
I get it, but you could do it in a way where you're like, it makes you wonder, like, was that a selfish decision, or was he really looking over like Anna's fucking kingdom and shit like that? Because I mean, between the old dude that wanted to like help do the trades,
the fucking flappy hair and shit.
yeah, but like he wasn't even like that's what I mean. Like they barely sent two dudes to go up there and try to chase Elsa, but like they didn't do nothing.
Oh no, because I don't know if I remember correctly, they had their gates closed for so long they couldn't trade with anybody outside, and they didn't trade.
No, I understand. No, I understand, but I'm saying like it wasn't like oh shit, she's this fucking witch and we need to do whatever we need to take her out, whatever. Like they just, all right, hey, you two go. And like it just never felt like it never felt like the whole issue between the town and Elsa and Anna trying to chase Elsa, it didn't feel like that was all that important, even though that was the central story of the movie. It didn't feel like it was all that important in the scheme of Elsa meeting Kristoff and all like just all these different people and their relationships felt like the big part of the story.
Oh. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I didn't know, because that's why like I felt like, again, with that movie, that all of a sudden Moana comes out, and it felt like the tension between Moana and Maui. So it felt like that tension, like it felt like there was a real like butting of the heads to where he wasn't gonna help her out and all these different things. And it finally, like, it felt like when he finally came and helped her out, it was earned. Whereas this one, it just felt like, all right, they got to get back to this town or whatever. They don't. I don't know.
Well, she got to get back to the shit she fucked up.
I understand that, but
and that's a whole different concept for me. It's like you could fuck up something by accident, or not, or just to the fact of not even knowing who you are. You know what I'm saying? And then once you learn who you are, it's like, okay, now that you know that what you did was unintentional, you got to go back and fix it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
I remember that, and that's a good life lesson, because like there's so many people that go, well, that's the old me, this is the new me.
Yeah,
cool, but that don't erase all the shit the old you did.
Yeah, very true.
And some people act like just because you had this epiphany about your life means all of a sudden all is forgiven. It's not. It just means now you gotta, if you care, then you gotta go and fix all this. If you don't care, then leave it. But don't be mad when your past catches up with you.
Yeah, true.
That's the shit. Some people just want. So I've met so many people who just feel like because they've taken this new lease on life and they got this new chance to be somebody different than they used to be. They act like everyone else is supposed to be like, oh, okay, you're not the same person. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No, sorry. I understand you're this new person, but my life is still being reflected on what the old person did. So,
and you know what's funny? 'Cause I think we've had this conversation before. But basically myself, I understand that I'm a new person. I think a lot differently. Mm-hmm. I move a lot differently. Like my whole thing about life now for me is just peace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
However, when people want to bring up my past, I make sure since you remembered it, remember I can still be that person. Like I push it away on my own personal time because I want to be a better person.
Yeah.
But if you want to remember that, then I want to make you make sure you remember that. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying?
No, I get it. Like okay, that's who I was.
Mm-hmm.
That's not who I am.
Yeah.
Just remember that's also a part of me.
Yeah, okay. So exactly.
Yeah, he can come back. Like don't take new me for granted because old me can come back.
Yeah, and I think that's people's problem when they get to that new leaf in their life.
Lease.
Turn new leaf, whatever. The new that new leaf. That shit. Fuck you, man. It's like they want to forget about who they were, and they want the world to forget about who they were, versus just accepting. Hey, around that time in my life, I was kind of fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Just own it and keep moving forward. When you own something, can't nobody say shit to you about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Back then I was kind of fucked up. And
yeah.
Well, I'm still trying to make those. I'm just trying to still do right by those moments.
Yeah.
But that's not who I am right now, and I'm trying to be better. So give me the chance to be better.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, and then some people who have that new lease on life, they want to act like because they have that new lease on life, you're supposed to give them the chance to be better. Like, no, sorry, you burnt that bridge. Like, if you want that opportunity, you're gonna have to build a new bridge. Because as far as I know, I'm not trying to build a new bridge. You burnt that shit down, and I tried to keep it going. You didn't want it, so it is what it is. But fucking Frozen, man. Yeah, it wasn't a bad movie. Wasn't a bad movie. I actually, on second pass, I like the song "Let It Go," but on first watch, I actually thought the first song was better. The one that Anna sings.
Was in the castle
for the first time.
For the first time in forever. Yeah.
I actually thought on first watch, that was the better song. But on second pass, I was like, okay, I get that. Until she said, fucking just let this fucking blizzard stay. I was never like, the cold never bothered me anyway. I was like, this bitch cold.
Yeah, but people get that way, over time. When you get cold, you become a cold person.
Yeah, and I mean it's hard to blame people sometimes when you become cold. Like, I wanted like a lot of people whenever somebody's cold to them, they take it so personally. Like they're cold because they don't like me. And once you can step out of your own life and take a look at the whole situation, you're like, no, they're cold because of all this shit happened. But I'm just interacting with a cold person. So whatever is attacking me isn't necessarily aimed towards me. It's just there's a lot more vitriol.
Their defense mechanism.
Yeah. You ever met someone that was just like fucking so cold? You're like, I don't know how to approach this motherfucker. Like I've met people that who have been just beaten up by life to the point that anything good that comes their way, they can't appreciate the good that's coming their way because in their head, they're just waiting for that next fucked up thing to happen.
Yeah. And I can't really point out anybody specifically. Like I met random people, but once I learned who I was and that in the words of the Rise of Guardians, what my center was, honestly, that's some true shit. If you know what your center is, you know how to move or you know how to move around.
Yeah.
And I realized my center is always gonna be fun. No matter what I'm doing, I want to have fun in doing it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if I got to go outside and shovel shit. How can I make this fun? You know what I'm saying? And I realize that's who I am. So when I've come across people that are really, really closed off and turned off or whatever, it's like, you know what? I can see there's something going on with you. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to give you this little bit of fun that I got. You know what I'm saying? You might not like it, whatever, but if I can get you to crack a half a smile, then shit, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's just what it is.
I feel like I feel like that type of lesson, like I guess for me, my center would be like care. Like if anything, I just gotta let people know that like, hey, there's people out there that care. Like, if I meet somebody who just feels like, you know, they're just alone, no one in this world has their back, whatever, like just know that I don't know you, but like I'll give you, I'll show you some care. I'll show you that there's people out here that actually do care about you, whether you believe it or not. Yeah. What was your main takeaway from Frozen?
My main takeaway?
Yeah, like at the end of everything, after watching these white women sing and dance.
You want me to be completely honest?
Yeah. What's your final takeaway from the movie Frozen?
You gotta. When I moved to Chicago, it was after my breakup here in Alabama.
Yep.
And at that moment, the build up of it, you know, from me coming from the military and war and everything else. And one thing that I had told the young lady that I was talking to at the time, I was like, you got to understand, my life back in Massachusetts wasn't great. Only thing I had going was my job, was my friend, you know what I'm saying? Yep. But it was still mine. And I left all that to come be here with you. And it just went straight downhill. So I became like a frozen individual, like fuck everything, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So when my takeaway from that movie when I saw it was more like, Chris, look at where you are. You know what I'm saying? You're never going to get warm because you're choosing to stay cold. And that was my take on it.
Oh, so your take on it was you're choosing to stay cold?
To stay cold.
Why though? Why are you?
Because I had been so hurt from something that I trusted not to. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And it's just like you didn't care about me enough or respect me enough to at least try to keep me warm. It was like, hey, fuck you and your feelings. You know what I'm saying?
All right, true. But okay, so now here's my question. And really think about this. Think about this, okay? Because you said you're choosing to stay frozen.
Yeah.
Okay. Why are you penalizing all the new people you're gonna meet for all the shit the old people did?
And that's what I had to learn. That's what I'm saying. I had to learn from this movie. I'm choosing to stay on my frozen mountain because I built it up. I built everything up around me to be what I want it to be, but it's only for me.
Yeah. No, I understand.
Yeah. So when you say, why did I choose?
No, I'm saying, why are you choosing to penalize the people you might meet in the future for some shit that some people in the past did?
Because you don't want to give them a chance. Honestly, you really just don't want to give them the chance to be, when you know who you are, like, you know, your biggest thing is care, no matter what, end of the day.
Yep.
If you got it, the bum down the street got it. It's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? And then when you meet those people that are like, Sarath's got it, so just get it from him. Versus I need it, but I know he's got it. I'm gonna go get it from him, and he's gonna give it to me because it's in his character. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and then you realize, you know what? Everybody I've been dealing with just been taking advantage of me. Fuck everybody in this.
Oh, okay, no, but look, I get that, but but for me, it's not when I say when I get to that point where I say fuck everybody, that's fuck everybody I know. Not everybody who I might meet.
See, and that's where it gets different because for me, it was fuck everybody in general. I didn't care. Like if I met you, I kept everybody was at a certain distance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're double arm's length from me. You get too close.
But you can't. But the thing is, if you approach life like that, then how are you going to? How are you going? You can't blame someone who meets you in one way. And then all of a sudden gets, all of a sudden the veil is pulled over and they meet the real you and it feels different. And they're like, okay, you don't know. Like to me, that's like every girl fucked over me. So the next time I meet a girl, I'm just gonna be as cold as possible. And then I'm gonna fucking whatever. But that next girl might actually care. That next girl might actually be the one that can be there for you, but she's already working from a fucking negative spot because of some shit some other people do. Whereas I'm like, all right, all that vitriol, all that fucking hate and that fucking coldness, I'm gonna save that for the people that did shit to me. For these new people that come into my life, you get a fresh start. I'm not gonna hold that shit against you.
Okay, I do agree on that. Like, I was telling my brother the other day, everybody I meet gets a certain level of respect, you know, and it's on them to build it or dismiss it.
I completely agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? So, part of my problem was I was always drunk. So people saw a real side of me without seeing the real side of me.
Yeah.
Because when I'm drunk, I just want to have fun. I got a big heart. I'm playing. This is fucking nasty. Okay. So for the people listening, I just popped open the new Highland Maple Days, and I took a sniff of it, and I just got that big whiff of like maple flavor. Now I love maple flavor. I mean, from New England, that's in our blood. But sometimes on a cider, like that's not exactly what you expect. I mean, when you first showed it, I thought it was going to be interesting because of the name.
Yeah. So I'm just curious as to how heavy this maple flavor is, because I've had a maple cider before, and it was okay. It was I think the 911 brewery maple flavor, but we'll see. Hold on.
All right, it looks good.
Slight maple flavor, not as heavy as the other one, and you get the maple flavor, but it ends with the tang, so it's actually not too bad.
Some more citrus.
No, not bad. This one isn't bad.
Okay.
I tell you what, I like drinking out of the mug.
Oh yeah, definitely. Glasses, they open up the flavor for some reason.
Yeah, but I used to think drinking from a bottle or a can was dope.
It's cooler.
Yeah, exactly. Just drink a bottle, just hold the throat, But no.
Yeah.
No. Okay, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I just feel like, I don't know. I think over the years, again, I'm almost 40 years old. And over the years, I've dealt with people who have taken out their past on me, and after years of dealing with that, when, I mean, I've had people approach me and just be like, you can't be that nice. Like you got to have an ulterior motive. You're trying to do some shit right now. I'm just like, no, like that's just who I am. Like you're going to accept it or whatever, but like, this is just who I am. And like just having enough people take their past out on me made me go, I can't do that to other people. I've had plenty of people fuck me over. I've had, if you want to go by ratios, if 100% of the women I've dated, let's say 80% of them cheated on me. And, when you have that kind of fucking, ratio, you kind of expect at some point, whatever girl you're dating is going to just cheat on you. But like, I had to learn that, like, I can't I can't judge, or I can't hold this person to the standard I hold for this other person that fucked me over because they haven't. So to do that to them is just, it's just wrong, because like now you're not giving them a fair chance to be who you truly want them to be.
Yeah. And I agree on that.
No, and in your case, I just feel like if you come to people, if you come to everyone with that cold wall already up,
Mm-hmm.
then someone who might be fucking really fruitful in your life,
Mm-hmm.
you're not giving them the honest chance of learning who you really are. I'd rather someone dislike me because I was honest with them versus I was on my guard and they didn't get to really know I was colder than I should have been.
See, and I guess for me it's the opposite. If you could get through my first layer of shield, then you deserve to see a little more. Because I've had people tell me if I didn't smile, I look like I'm a hitman. You know what I'm saying? But
that's because they don't like black people.
they were black people that said it. God damn it!
Hey man, black people don't like black people. It happens.
Oh man.
No, but I mean, like, but would you ever want someone to hold you to a specific standard because of some shit that someone else did?
No, of course not.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you know, it's hard for me to walk into a situation and be like, I have to walk into the situation cold because of some shit that happened in the past. It's like, no, I have to be comfortable enough to walk into this situation like me. But if shit starts popping off, I already know exactly how I'm going to fucking, handle the situation because I've had to do it before.
Yeah. And that comes with age and wisdom and everything else. In my opinion,
mm-hmm.
Because even for me when I go out, unless I'm with people that I'm really comfortable with, even though I'm in complete chill mode, I have the leave me the fuck alone look on my face, and not on purpose.
Please.
I've just done it for so long that I think it's just there. You know what I'm saying? and until I sit there and crack a smile or whatever, they just like, oh, he does have some character to him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, yeah, shit. I mean, but it was such a defense mechanism for so many years. It's like become a part of me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But the thing is, like, I know defensive Chris and I know have fun Chris. And to me, have fun Chris, everybody gets along with. But
yeah.
I feel like if you walk in, I feel like, and not necessarily nowadays, because I've seen different, but like I know back in the day, like when you walk into this situation, you're Chris on guard. But like, yeah, if you walk into a situation and be like, I'm Chris and I'm here to have fun. But if shit goes to the point where I got to go on guard, I already know exactly the steps I'm gonna take. And I'm gonna know which doors go up in which order.
Yeah, oh, true. Like I said, that comes with wisdom and just knowing yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because I'm at the point now where, I walk into any place, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Now I've been questioned, like, you went there with those people, whatever case may be. Well, yeah, shit, they're people to me. Until they give me reasons to be something different, I'm going in there happy go lucky. You know what I'm saying? And what made it fun back in the day is you were happy go lucky. So, no homo, but I was like, yeah, fuck everybody else. I'm with my friend, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we here to have fun and shit. And if it's just us two having fun, then fuck y'all, you know what I mean?
Dude, so, we used to battle on a dance floor, and dude, I kicked the girl in the eye and fell off the wall, all this shit. So like
we don't talk about that.
At the end of the day, it was just like, we're having fun. Like if you wanna jump into this whole circle of just fun and like laughter and just letting loose and being yourself, then come in. If not, cool. But like,
we ain't got no space for you. You know what I'm saying?
This is what we doing over here. We ain't got time for bullshit. This is what we doing over here.
Yeah.
All right. So do you have Frozen. So what's your final takeaway message from Frozen? I know what mine is.
My final takeaway message
is yours because you told me to watch this movie. So what was your takeaway that really sat with you?
My final takeaway is oh
god damn it, I spilled.
Yeah, I just see that. I guess just off the bat, off thinking about right now, going to what I said earlier. This fat motherfucker.
I gotta get a paper towel because if I go out to go watch the game today, I don't want the shirt to look messed up. Hold on.
Yeah, you'll be all right. Can you hear me? I'll wait. I'll wait. Shit, I'll wait for him. But yeah, so we're doing a 2 movie segment right now. We just got done talking about Frozen. I'm about to give we're both gonna give our final thoughts and then head to the next movie as he comes back.
All right.
But my final thought for the movie for myself is don't be a prisoner of yourself.
I like that. I like that. Don't.
That's something I had to learn, and one thing that I think people should learn, because a lot of your own problems come from your own self, either from doing stupid shit, saying stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, every time you point your finger, you got 3 pointed back at you. Analyze everything.
Yeah.
And when you're in a situation, look at it like, did somebody put you there, or did you put yourself there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't be a prisoner of yourself. That's my final thoughts.
All right. So my final thoughts is a specific quote that I heard in the movie. I forget where I heard it, but I heard it and it just sat with me.
Mhm.
And that was, your past is in your past. It's like your past is in your past. That it's not who you are right now. You know, so like whoever you are, go be that person. Know that you got to go back, and you're probably gonna have to go back and fix some shit. That's the shit that you actually care about.
Mhm.
But don't think that who you are is who you have to be, because you know whatever you did back then,
Mhm.
it's in your past. You can it's okay to move forward and be someone new or be who you really want to be. And
Know
I
what
think
the-
I think a lot of people get so caught up in the shit that happened to them, the shit they've done to people, all this stuff, that they don't allow themselves to grow past that. And
being a
that's
prisoner of themselves.
exactly. So like, you know, once you understand that like those things in your past help create who you are now,
Mhm.
you're like, okay, now you can make your peace with those things and then leave them in your past and then go on and move forward and be who you are in the present.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, you ever like, I know for a fact, like you've had to have met people who just every time you talk to them, it's, well, you know, I had this happen in my past. I had this, like, they're still, and it's not that like you're looking down on them for being hung up on the past, but you can recognize that, you know, the shit that happened back then is controlling who you are now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, and it's just, that's just not the way to live.
It really isn't. Like I had to tell people, look, man. Okay, I understand where you came from, but this is the 6th time I'm understanding where you came from. Where are you now? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you right now? And what are you gonna do?
Yeah. So I've
Give some
talked to
pussy.
people.
Cool. I had to put that out there.
I've talked to people who've gone through some like nasty shit in their life.
Mm-hmm.
And when you talk to them, they talk about their past trauma and the things they've been through and all this stuff. And it's like I understand, and I don't want to make anyone feel like I'm talking down on their past trauma or their past, you know, the things that happened to them, like, because for everyone it's different.
Mm-hmm.
But for some people, I've heard them talk about it so much that it feels like at some point they become their past trauma. Like their past trauma and talking about it is what gives them relevance now, instead of being like, okay, that's the shit that happened to me and that's shaped who I am now. So who am I supposed to become?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like they use all that in the past to then, you know, as I don't know, a hook for who they are now. Like that's their reasoning for talking right now, like because it gives them relevance or some shit. Okay, so that was Frozen, and that was Chris's choice for this week.
Yeah.
And mind you, just so you guys know, this is a 30-some-odd-year-old man who told me, an almost 40-year-old man, to go on Disney Plus and watch this movie.
Hey, and we still had some deep insight to it, so kiss my ass.
Yeah. Because it's Disney. Disney does that. All right. So now we're on to the movie that I picked. But before we do that, because I fired up a shot for Frozen.
Oh, shot time. Let's do it.
I got to fire up a shot for this one. I love the fact that only times I drink during the week are during the podcast. And it just so happens that tonight is a playoff game, so I can continue my drinking as the playoff game goes.
I still got to get up at 2 a.m, so I ain't doing too much after this. I'm gonna go take my medication, eat.
Because I haven't got a picture of the salad today yet.
Yeah, it's already prepared.
Okay.
It ain't much some barbecue chicken, and then lettuce, tomatoes, egg, avocado.
I was gonna put my steak in my air fryer, but then I was looking at it, I was like, okay, it's a thinner steak. I might as well just do
Stovetop.
Yeah, stovetop, right on the pan, 2 minutes on each side. Cool. All right. So cheers.
Cheers.
Look at that little alien. Why is yours like? It's got to be your camera. I got to send you the same camera I got, because your shit, whenever you put that close. Okay, so you're way up there. You got to dial it back, bro.
I just put it closer.
Yeah, but it's not in focus. Pull it back.
But see, one thing, I don't know if you realize it. Your camera actually moves in and out on its own.
I don't know what it is.
No, every so often it'll readjust itself.
Yeah.
So
maybe it's just settings. I don't know. All right, but cheers.
Yes, indeed.
Oh no, that's better. Just shooting it versus having the taste first and then going.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. On the rocks, that'll actually be really good. Fuck.
Your face is different, but okay.
I don't do shots that often anymore.
That's all I do.
You know what's funny is, after I finish this fucking mug of cider, that's all the cider I have.
Really?
Well, technically, I can go grab another cider.
I mean, yeah, but you're dry, right? You'll be dry.
It'll be dry at the table. I can always go grab another. I'm not gonna, because I'm gonna, I got the game to watch later, so I wanna.
Yeah, you going out to the bar?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to, because the last game I watched at my place, and they won. So
this series has been so fucking weird to me.
Yeah, like one game they play great, one game they don't. So. But I did find a new website that had my Garnett jersey, so shipping tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes.
Sure, I left mine in Germany. I was looking for it. I ain't got it with me. Right, Aurelia got it.
I don't. Well, are you gonna ask Aurelia to mail it back?
She should know that that's the greatest basketball player to ever play, besides Dennis Rodman.
Goddamn! Are you gonna make me have to send you a fucking Garnett jersey?
No, hell no.
No, I might have to send you a Garnett jersey.
No, I got one. I got one just over there with Aurelia.
I understand that, but you need one to wear. I don't know, maybe not Garnett. You could be like Big Baby Glenn Davis.
Get the fuck out of here. Look, fuck shit.
I don't know, maybe Robert Parrish. Maybe a Robert Parrish jersey.
If I wear any other jersey besides Garnett, it's gonna be Dennis Rodman.
Hey, but what about Celtics? And you got to have other Celtics. Would you wear a Larry Bird jersey?
PJ Brown.
PJ Brown. God, yeah.
And my last name's Brown.
I know, but you could get a Jaylen Brown jersey, number 7. That's also D Brown. So a D Brown jersey, number 7.
I like PJ. Pussy juice.
All right.
Leave me alone.
Fair enough.
Oh man.
All right.
This is fucking terrible.
All right. So again, we were trying to keep with the music theme for this week's podcast. And the movie I picked wasn't a musical, but it was very musically themed. And so the movie I picked was Begin Again.
Indeed.
Starring Mark Ruffalo and Keira Knightley, James Corden, Mos Def, or Yassine Bey, whichever one you call him, and
Adam Levine.
Yeah, it's got a Catherine Keener. It's got a dope ass cast.
Look,
I own that movie.
Look, the movie's dope. I'll give it to you.
Okay.
So the movie's dope.
So what were yeah, so what were your thoughts, your final your initial thoughts on the movie?
Hold on. First of all, I feel like the movie was cheap as hell, but because of the cast, it made it rich. If that makes sense.
So this is one of the that's one of the okay. So when I see movies like this,
Mm-hmm.
that's movies like this where I go. That's cinema.
Mm.
When it's a simple story, and it's a camera and some high level actors. That's why I like Rounders so much
Mm.
because again,
Well, Rounders is old school though. That's a Hunter's movie right there.
yeah, I understand, but like it's about it's not about crazy special effects. It's not
Mm-hmm.
about all this stuff. It's about you got this story, this intriguing story, and then you set these incredible actors into the scenario, and then you know, they
Because
tell it.
this is the way I felt. I felt like CeeLo's character, Most Def Yasinbe, Adam Levine. They were. I felt like that's who they are in real life. They just got to be it on screen. In my opinion, you know what I'm saying. Like I feel like if you was cool with CeeLo, he'll invite you into his house, get in the pool, have a drink. You know what I'm saying. What you want to do? You try to do this. Okay, cool. I'm gonna set you up. You know what I'm saying. Like I feel like that was. Even though I don't know him, I felt like that was him in real life. You know what I'm saying. Um, even
All right,
with
so you like the movie?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. I mean, I love the part of my favorite part of the whole movie is when Mark Ruffalo's character is breaking down the band without the band being there. Because I know people always call me crazy or weird or whatever, but to break down music and just hear it, and he says something that I had to agree with. He was like, "When I'm drunk, that's when that's when the music starts flowing. That's the way I feel. Like everything just slows down. I can hear everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, like
Yeah.
when she was on stage singing, he heard the piano, he heard the strings, he heard the drums, and she was just sitting with a guitar. And he was like, "Look, the problem ain't the music, the problem's you." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. So okay. So in that aspect of the movie, like there are so many people out there, and I might get hate for it. But fuck it. I'm gonna be
Fuck him.
truthful. There are so many people out there who cultivate this personality or this aura of who they want the world to see them as. Like
Mm,
this is the person I'm portraying for you. And then sometimes there are people that are so in tune and so in tune with you, and they can see everything. They're like, no, the problem is you. The problem is you're in your own head, and you're trying to portray this specific thing. And
mm,
if you just let yourself go and just be you, and just not be afraid to add all these other things in,
mm,
like you can really just sprout and become the best version of yourself.
mm,
What like so like my for me the reason why I asked you to watch this movie is because it felt like there were these all these different personalities and all
mm.
these different like auras coming together, and just it's like the intersection of all
Okay.
these different personalities coming together, and just a beautiful story being told in between.
Mm-hmm.
And like you really got to see how all these different personalities really interact with each other and become their best version of themselves because they interacted with this other person, you know. Like for instance, a big example is when Keira Knightley's character is talking to Haley Steinfeld, and she's telling her
Mm-hmm.
like, they're one of the reasons why guys aren't like gravitating towards you is because you're not giving them anything
To
to
think
think about.
about.
Yeah,
Yeah. The
you're putting it all
imagination
out
is
there.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the reasons why I love this movie. That and the fact that it's a simple movie.
Mm.
It's literally like if you told me, hey, it was just the director and the cameraman and these actors,
Mm-hmm.
like I love movies like that.
Look, the shit was dope. That's what I'm saying. Like I really felt like even at the end when Adam Levine singing on stage and everything, I felt like that was him really actually singing. Like fuck the movie. I'm still an artist and I gotta sing. Like I said, I felt like CeeLo would have been the same way. Just like, hey, this is my house. This is what I got. What you need? You need a band to play. I'll pay the band. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like that was his real person. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Who else?
what did you take? What did you take away from that scene with Adam Levine? So the
Hold on, wait. We didn't even get introduction to the movie. We just started going into it.
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so the movie's about, from what I grasped from it, a young couple, they love writing songs, They look young, at least in the movie. Adam Levine and Keira Knightley, and you know, his fame is based off of her talent because she writes the songs. You know what I'm saying? He gets big, it leaves her, and her friend James Corden, his character, they end up just doing their own thing. They meet Mark Ruffalo, who's a drunk, falling apart man. Like his family's going downhill, everything. But he has a ear for talent. You know what I'm saying? But he's just so fucked up. Nobody wants to listen to him anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he ends up meeting Keira Knightley's character, who was a wounded person from a bad breakup, and they end up making magic.
Dude, this one of my favorite lines in the movie is when CeeLo says to Keira Knightley, he goes, "No, you don't understand. Like people like him, they fall back on hard times, and people forget who they are, and they don't give them the respect they deserve. But like, he's gonna get out of it, and like, it's just one of those things where it's like there are great people out there who just they fall on hard times, things happen, and people just start looking down on them like they're not the person they used to be." And that's why, like, again, but the name of the movie is Begin Again.
Yeah.
And like, it's, to me, the whole aspect of the movie is like, seeing your life go in one direction, and then all of a sudden all this different shit happens, and you just have to begin again.
Yeah. I mean, I felt like the ending was cold. Like when he got the splicer in the mail, and he talked about how when he met his wife, they walked around, listened to that, and what thing we talked about, sometimes in relationships, you got to remember why you got in it in the first place, and it's because you were that person's friend, not because you wanted to. Like, no, I mean, I'm a dude, we dudes. Sometimes you just want to like just want to get to third base, home plate, and call it a fucking day. But when you meet that person you want to be with, you didn't want to hit the home run off the back.
No.
You want to play the game a little bit. Let me put this ball in play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you became that person's friend, which involved into what it goes to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like the ending was dope because when I first initially seen it, when him and Keira Knightley go their own ways, and he's sitting there looking at her, my first thought was, okay, he wants her. But then after I saw him with his wife at the end, it was more of a thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, just go back to the begin again. Like sometimes go back to the basics and then build it up better. You know what I mean?
You want to know what was one of the dopest scenes in that movie?
What's that?
It's the scene where Adam Levine comes back from LA. He's like, "Yeah, I wrote a new song." And he goes, "Oh, could I listen to it?" So she plays it for him. And like, he's drinking the wine, and she's looking at him. She's listening to the lyrics, and she's just like, she just smacks him.
Yeah.
It's like, who is it? Because she knows the what is it? The inspiration needed to put together a song.
Yeah, she knows how he writes, so to speak.
So she's like, no, this wasn't just written for something. Like, this is written for someone. Who the fuck was it? Because I wasn't there. But that instinct, like, to be able, like, people act like it's just something for a movie, but that's real life. Like, once you know someone, like, you can understand, like, how they think, know what's going through their mind, and you can, when they start gravitating to one thing, you can almost instinctually understand why they're gravitating towards this. And it's up to you to make that decision of like, okay, so I see them going this way. How does that affect me? And what am I going to do about it? Am I going to let it go? Am I going to go my own way? Well, what? But yeah. One of the dopest scenes in there.
Like, and one of my dopest scene was her singing the song on his voicemail.
Which one was that?
When her and James Corden are in the apartment or whatever, and she's playing and he's on the piano.
Yeah.
And she calls him, it's his voicemail, and she sings the song. It's like, I've heard this saying, if you let me listen to your favorite song, I'll understand more about you. If I said it correctly. And people don't realize, I mean, music can talk to you.
Yeah.
But if you send somebody a song or they send you a song, listen to it because they're trying to tell you something. And she was singing it fine till she was just like, you fucking liar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even James Corden, he looked up like, oh shit, like this just got real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's to me, it's such a dope movie because you get to see. I mean, first of all, no one in the movie is clean. Everybody in the movie's got some shit to them, but that shit that's in their life like drives their artistry. You know, and
Indeed,
and like it's just dope to see artists coming together to create magic. Whether and again, it's a script in a movie, but like when so the scene when they're in the alley trying to film, and then Mark Ruffalo is trying to fucking tell the kids, hey, can you for 5 minutes? Then in his head, he's like, hey, can you guys sing?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he incorporates them, and then like it's man, god damn, it's so fucking good. And like it's, again, people look at me and you. This just reminds me of there's this one time me and Chris we was in the fitness center. We was working out in the fitness center at Friendly's.
Okay.
And while we were working out, there were ladies in the hallway doing some shit, working, and I think Miguel was out there doing some shit. And me and Chris were working out, but we had on Leona Lewis. We're sitting there working out to Leona Lewis.
That bleeding love.
Yep. And then Miguel comes in there and goes, the fuck are you guys listening to? But like it's just seeing like there's so much inspiration out there, and like just to see all these people find inspiration in the little things in their life and bring it to that thing they love. You know, I mean, oh my god, like god damn, I love movies like this. You ever seen Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist?
Is that with Michael Cera? Yeah,
Michael Cera and the big titty girl from fucking Thor.
I like titties. Nah, I didn't see the movie. Honestly, I didn't think it was gonna be a good movie, so I never watched it.
Never. So you haven't watched it?
No, never.
It's along the lines of like this movie.
Okay,
but it's fucking dope. To me, movies like this, they represent the magic of movies. Because it's not like you're telling a story, but it's not some grand, scheme story where you're trying to tell these mythical fucking, stories that take all these effects and all this shit. It's just people in front of a camera generating emotion out of you. And like it's dope. It's one of my favorite movies.
Okay, I gotta check it out.
Would you like, so when you were watching this movie, well, what was going through your head? Because obviously, what did you think I was trying to tell you by telling you to watch this movie?
Honestly, you love my artistry, the way I can think about things outside of things, because I out of all the characters, I represented the most with me, Mark Ruffalo. I drink a lot. I do a lot of dumb shit. But I'm not a super person. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know if that's what he was telling me, but I identify with him. And that's why I said that music breakdown was like my scene. Like I understood it all, like plain as day. You know what I'm saying?
So for me, one of the reasons I wanted you to watch the movie is one, because I thought you would connect with Mark Ruffalo's character. I saw a lot of you in him.
Best friends, people.
Yeah. I saw a lot of Chris in Mark Ruffalo's character. So if you want to understand Chris Brown after listening to this podcast for a little while, you'll watch Begin Again.
I drink a lot, but I know how to listen.
Yeah, he drinks and he knows things. But no, but one of the reasons why I wanted you to watch that is because it's like there's a lot of shit that infects everyone's life. Good, bad, all the shit. Like, there's a lot of shit, but making your way through that shit and still being able to produce something of importance, something of relevance. And I feel like that's you. You're someone who's had a lot of shit happen in your life, good, bad, ups and downs, all this shit. But, through all the mess of things, you've been able to produce this livelihood that you can then live with and be happy with.
Appreciate it.
That's the movie.
Yeah, because like another significant part to me in the movie is when his Keira Knightley's character brings him and his daughter closer.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think the mom is looking at him like, oh, he's got this hot young new artist. Is what's going on, and he doesn't even really care. Like in his mind, he sees talent. Like fuck
Yeah.
the money, fuck the fame. You can go places, and I can help you get there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And like if we get rich off of it, cool. But if not, then shit,
Yeah.
you're out there now. You know what I'm saying? It's your field. Go run in it. You know what I mean? And
Dude, hold up, before you go anywhere, that's to me, that's one of the most important things about the movie, because there's so many people out there in this world who will recognize talent and say to themselves, how can I make this talent work? How can I make this talent work for me? When in this movie, you see that and you're like, he's like, I recognize this talent and I need to foster it and I need to help it grow. Not for me, but for the talent. Like she needs the right people behind her in order to grow as an artist versus let me use this artistry in order for my favor.
Yeah, I mean, because even look at the band members. The dude was playing at a children's recital.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
The fucking ballet class.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He told the violinist and the cello, like, I can't pay it till we get paid. And they were just like, okay, cool, whatever. It's like that's when you know when you do something because you love it, it's gonna benefit you. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like that was the whole scenario of everybody in the movie. When you only one that I should what you do?
Was that a plane that just passed by your house?
Oh no, semi truck.
That shit was loud as fuck.
Oh shit, that's probably a fucking logger. But yeah, shit happens out here.
This shit was like,
That's that old Peterbilt, man. Some bitches are run by the world. But
fucking.
I feel like the only douchebag in the movie was Adam Levine's character, because even though I don't think it's him in real life, like he let the fame get to him. Versus everybody else is just like, I'm good at singing, I'm good at playing, I'm good at doing this. And Mark Ruffalo's here, like I'm good at producing. So fuck the money. Let's just do this because we love to do it. You know what I'm saying? And everybody did, and it worked.
So I don't know if I agree with that.
Well,
the Adam Levine character.
Okay.
Because and specifically when he plays Lost Stars at the end of the movie. And like he starts it because he wants to play this big stadium ballad that makes the crowd go, oh my god, this is amazing. And she wants him. She's like, no, that's a very personal song. It's just meant for me and you. Like it's very personal. And then when he plays it, he starts it off slow, like making it very personal to her. But then at the end of the song, he like opens it up. And mind you, I have that song on my playlist on Spotify. Like,
it's a dope ass song.
Yeah. But like when I saw that scene, because again, I've watched this movie at least 20, 30 times.
Oh, wow.
And that scene always stuck with me because I'm like, what's he trying to say? What's he trying to tell her? And what is she getting out of it? Because you watch it and like she's watching it and she's like, okay, he's playing it soft, like I wanted him to. But then he starts playing it with more instruments and it becomes more produced. And then she sees all the girls singing and dancing and she decides to leave. And to me, it's him saying, I know this message is for us, but all these people can benefit from it too.
See, go ahead.
To me, they deserve, like, if I can take this message and pass it out to the world, then maybe not just us. Like, this isn't a selfish endeavor. I want as many people in the world to hear this message as possible.
See, I took it differently. I took it like he started off like, I'm gonna sing this for you because it's your song. You asked me to do this, and I love you, and this is for you. But then somewhere in the middle, it's about me. You know what I'm saying?
But do you think she asked him to do that because she instinctually wanted it to be about her? Like
no, I think she wanted him to know that. I think she wanted to know how much he cared about her.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like I wrote this song for you. I want you to play it for me. Like, yeah, like this is our song. This means for, and then I feel like in that moment she was like, it's not just our song anymore.
Yeah, because
there's other people that connect with this, and his role is to pass this message on to everyone else. So it was like, she's like, to me, when she walked away, it was like, okay, like I get it. I get it. Like, it's not just our song anymore.
See, I get that too, but I feel like it's not just our song based on selfish reasons. Not because the world loves it. It's because you want the world to love you. And that's what I caught from, because remember, when he wrote the song in the kitchen he was playing it for, she knew off the back that this wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he went on tour. She came back in the train, you know what I'm saying? Broken heart, whatever. And he was just like, look, I want you back, whatever. She said, okay, sing this song this way. And he started singing it off this way. But then once the crowd got into everything else, I'm going to do it my way. You know what I'm saying? And she was just like, you're still the same person. It's gonna end up with you versus us.
Do you? Okay, I can see that.
That's the way I saw it. You know what I'm saying?
I just took it as her. I just took it as her feeling like okay, like I get it. This is like I'm that personal artist that wants that one-on-one connection, but he's that artist that says I need to reach everyone. And to me, like, at that moment when she saw that, she walked away. She's riding away on her bike, just like, I get it. It's one of those things where it's like, he's not, it's not me and him anymore. Like, he's not mine anymore. He's the world's, because he's that big artist now. So
yeah.
Like, in her mind, she wanted it to just be him and her. She realized, like, he's not mine anymore. He's everyone's, and I have to be okay with that.
No, I can definitely see it both ways. Yeah. So I don't know what the director was trying to, show, but
did you think James Corden can sing like that? That motherfucker can sing.
No, James Corden is a musical talent. You know what I'm saying? That one thing that rules his palette is music.
Yeah, he's dope. Like, I wish I could see him act more, because I thought he was dope in the movie.
Yeah, because he is it the Late Show or something like that?
Yeah, and they do like that carpool karaoke and something like that. But
yeah, like when it comes to him and music, like music is his thing. You know what I'm saying?
But I actually I like him as an actor. Like, again, I mean, it's kind of like Oprah and The Color Purple. But like, I see. Well, I'm just saying, like, I know he's like a late night host, and he does his hosting thing. But I kind of want to see him more as an actor.
Okay, so you'd rather see Oprah more as an actor than a host?
Well, I just know that she was dope in The Color Purple.
Indeed.
You know, so
she was beating the shit out of motherfuckers.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, there's this pain, and there's this relatability that, like, certain people can get across. And that's it. Like, not everybody that plays a pained character can actually get that across in the right way. And I thought his character got that best friend, I will do anything for you.
Yeah, kind of definitely
feeling across really well.
Because another dope scene was, he was like, I'm gonna play some music that I dare you not to dance to. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I love the fact, which I know I don't want to make it all racial because it wasn't, but I love the fact that there was a black guy with a do-rag on. You know what I'm saying? And then like the college white girl, and you know. It was just like a mixture of people, and that to me, that scene was like, music will bring everybody together, no matter where you come from. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that scene was dope.
Bro, music and food are the two things in this world that can stop wars, in my honest opinion. Like, those two things you can take two people who do not agree on anything, you put them in front of a good meal or a fucking dope concert, and they will both have fun. That's my honest opinion. There's not a lot of things in this world that'll do that, but music and food will do that.
Yeah.
Man.
Indeed.
What was what did you expect from this movie when I told you to watch it?
Honestly, I expected more of a musical, because you said it was a musical, which it is, but it's not. Like, there's songs in the movie. But I expected more of like a Greatest Showman, Hamilton type, talk a little bit and then go into some singing ballads, when the singing ballads were just part of the movie. but it was actual still a real movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. This movie is, I mean, the movie was about music
Mm-hmm.
versus the music being the point of the movie.
Yeah.
And like, I think one of the dopest parts is again, when Keira Knightley helped Mark Ruffalo and Haley Steinfeld get closer, when she offered like, hey, you should play guitar on this song.
Yeah.
And that was dope because he was like, it's like, hey, you're watching a character get closer to their daughter through a mutual love of something.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, because she said, would she say, I researched something and you were a bass player? And he was like, nah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she's like, nah, let her play. And you'll come in whenever you're ready. You know, because they're making free music. If you think about it, they're playing in rooftops and alleyways. So it's literally free music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just play when you want to. Like, homeboy walked up the bike and squeezed the horn, and it just went with it. You know what I'm saying? And that was dope.
I want to hear a rap album like that. You record a rap album on the different corners in New York.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every song is dedicated to like this corner in Brooklyn, this corner in the Bronx, shit like that. Like the subway here. Like, I don't know.
That would be dope.
Like watching this movie, the idea of creativity starts flowing.
You know what? I think that's the base of the movie, creativity.
What do you mean? I explained that.
Because if you look at the concept from front to back, it was taking what you got and making it great. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But you got to listen to it. You got to see it. You got to smell it. You got to feel it. You know what I'm saying? Your five senses got to work. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And on food levels, that's what makes a great meal. You got to smell it. You got to see it. You got to taste it. You got to touch it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I feel like the movie was based on creativity, like the overall concept of it. Just from the way they dressed, nobody was in like the most special gear. Even though he was in an old school Jaguar.
Yeah, that car was dope.
The car was dope, but the rims are fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you could tell it was old school, but it was like fucked up. But at the same time, it was creative. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? From the daughter's clothes, of the booty shorts to actually wearing a skirt and everything, all creative. Keira Knight's outfit when she was in, even James Corden's outfit, the jeans with the rolled up on the bottom with the boots. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mark Ruffalo when he went to go take a toast at the end and start drink Pepsi, it's all creative. It's like knowing how to take what you got and mix it together and make something. That's like.
Do you have a favorite scene in the movie?
A favorite scene? Yeah. Because like I said, when he breaks down the instruments when she's playing, and why she calls attention.
What was it about that scene that really, really touched you?
Because as a I don't know what I would call myself. As a person that loves music, you know what I'm saying? And I could play a lot of different,
As a black dude.
I could play some instruments.
Man in America.
Yeah. Give me some fried chicken, some chitlins, some collard greens, it's going down. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget the cornbread. But just like I've listened to, because I'm a self-taught pianist, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not great or good at all, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. However, I could pick up on sounds and figure out how to play it.
Yeah.
Instantly. So that whole scene of just hearing something, whether it's there or it's not there, it's like, oh, wait a minute. You didn't hear that piano dropping an octave? Like, what are you talking about? There's no piano in there. Yes, there is. Listen, you know what I'm saying? Or those strings do this. Like, there's a whole lot of videos I watch on YouTube that are really live orchestra bands playing hip hop, classical, whatever, because of the music to me is so intriguing. Yeah. So that scene for me, especially when I partake in herbal remedies, you know what I'm saying? I can hear everything and I love it, you know what I'm saying? So that scene to me was golden. It's like just like, especially the fact that he had just a shitty ass fucking day and he just wanted to get drunk, but then something clicked and just like, oh, that's how. There's a song I'll probably play it for you. If not, I'll send it to you, by Dermot Kennedy, called "For Island Fires a Family,"
Oh
And the
no, no,
first,
no. You sent it to me a couple of years ago.
yeah,
It stays on my playlist.
look, I heard that song in Enid, Oklahoma, at a random bar doing a truck delivery, and I was sitting there drinking, drunk, chilling, and when it came on, everything in me stopped. I was like, "Yo, what is this song?"
Yeah.
From the guitar to his voice, like I need to know this. And that scene hit me. Like I know what that feels like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my favorite scene in the movie.
All right, so
The breakdown.
before I go into my favorite scene, I gotta just show you something because I wouldn't have bought this if you hadn't mentioned something. Hold on.
Okay.
So I got my turntable behind me, but
Mhm.
I bought this. Hold on.
Don't break nothing.
Now that was my catchphrase game, but I bought Sam Hunt.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, so I got the Sam Hunt Southside vinyl, and I've actually been listening to it all week.
Really?
Yeah, it's dope.
I
It's
like
really
him as a
dope.
country artist. Like I like his music.
Yeah, he's fucking he's fucking good.
Yeah.
And like Ken Folks is on here.
Yes.
He's got some songs out now with Sasha Sloan that are fucking sick. But like, yeah, like because when we were in Gatlinburg, you mentioned Sam Hunt.
Hunt.
I started listening to him more. I'm like, you know what? I need this. So I've actually had his vinyl playing in my turntable all week.
Hey, Sam Hunt, you see that? You got fans out here.
Yep. You got fans with
you got Blackanese fans.
A little extra melanin.
But not like Kim folks. Like my first song that I love from him was House Party. And
Hold on. Let me see if it's on here. God damn it, this fucking mic. All right, House Party isn't on here, but
no, I think that's like one of his earlier albums. I want to say his first. But yeah, it just shoot, I like his music. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. You got it on vinyl?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
I toss it in the when I don't have the hip hoppers on top of the vinyl player.
Yeah.
I have that playing. I bought that and I bought Childish Gambino because there's this. If you go on YouTube, there's this video of Childish Gambino singing Tamia, So Into You.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking dope.
Really?
And like, okay, so one of my favorite parts of that, him singing it, is there's a spot in the song where she says, boy, you done to me, I can't really explain it. But she mentions boy, and he doesn't change the lyrics to say girl. He just sings it as is. To me, that's dope because everyone else will go, blah blah blah. They'll change the words, pause, and all that shit. And it's like, nah, like just sing the song the way it is. Okay, if you're so afraid that if you sing this song, if I sing Beyonce in the words that Beyonce sung, if I'm afraid motherfuckers are gonna think of me weird because of it, you got more problems than just singing the song.
I agree. Matter of fact, last year when I went up for my birthday, and some song by Beyonce came on, and I was out there singing and dancing to the shit.
I can see all the single ladies.
Nah, it wasn't that. Definitely wasn't that. But shit, I didn't know. I didn't remember what the fuck it was. I think it was Get Me Bodied, honestly. But shit, I know the song. I love music, and my brother's like, "Hey man, don't dance to Beyonce." I said, "It's fucking music."
Yeah.
He's like, "There's too many guys in here. Fuck these man. I'll fight them all." You know what I'm saying?
That shit upsets me so much that you can stop how you feel. You can stop, having fun because of what other people might think. Fuck those people.
For real.
It's for real. Like, fuck them. If they want to judge me on it, go ahead. Fucking judge me. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna sing the song exactly how it's sung because,
and I'm gonna still fuck your girl when I leave. I'm joking.
I know Chris about to go get a gummer from a 55-year-old. Oh.
Hey, don't hate the gummies.
And I met this 60-year-old the other week. Everything was good, but for some reason now I got gingivitis on the
gingivitis on all things. Oh shit!
So my favorite scene in Begin Again is the scene where Mark Ruffalo and Keira Knightley are talking. I think it's in like a restaurant or whatever, and she's trying to basically judge him on where he is in life.
Oh, okay, yeah,
And
yeah,
she's
yeah.
like, oh yeah, but you're doing this to your daughter because of this situation and this whatever. And he
Hmm.
just gets up and leaves, and then she tries to like say, she tries to make this judgment on him based off of whatever's going through her head. He's just like, fuck you, like, I was trying to keep my fucking family together, and she was
Hmm.
out there fucking some other dude
Yeah,
and doing all this other shit. And then when she got home and like I was fucking having a panic attack just trying to keep my fucking life together. Like you don't know fucking shit.
yeah.
And I feel like that's a very real situation. Like you'll see people who watch stuff on TV, who take their own life experiences, and because they meld those things together, they feel like they can judge you based on what you're going through. It's like, you don't know what the fuck I'm going through. So like don't fucking judge me on anything. Just
Yeah,
fucking, it's just nutty.
yeah.
To me, that's my favorite scene in the movie because it was one of those like you think but you have no idea. And I just feel like that's how a lot of life.
I agree. This is my turn. I gotta use the bathroom. Go figure.
Well, all that chicken broth coming out.
There's whiskey, and I'm still on my first glass of wine. I ain't pouring no more. I'm doing pretty good. Now I'm like 6 shots in, but I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, I got the 2 shots in these 2 ciders, so I'm doing not bad.
I'll be right back.
But yeah, like okay, so like I don't know. There's this thing about Begin Again where the idea that it's just actors and a camera. I don't know. Like I listen. I love Spider-Man. Obviously, you can see Miles Morales right here. And I love Spider-Man. I love Marvel. I love Batman. I love all those crazy, insane movies because they portray, this side of my brain that that leads into the fantastic. Like I have all these stories in my head that I love to get out, and I just see those stories on film. It's fucking awesome. But when you take a real life story, a relatable story, and you have actors on camera, no special effects, nothing insanely, cool, just skill and intuition and the ability to convey emotion in an amazing way like that. Like those are some of my favorite movies. That's why, like, to this day, if you take a superhero special effects epic and you put it up against a simple, just character driven story, to me, that simple character driven story will win 9 times out of 10 because like it didn't need all the extra special effects to help, win out the audience. It just took the acting, the cinematography, and all that stuff and put it together and it just pulled all the emotion out of the audience. I was just talking about how if you put like a special effects driven movie against a simple like independent movie that just has no budget and it just it's just relying on the skill of the actors and the story they're telling. Like if I take 2 movies that I love, special effects versus that simple one, and put them against each other, I think the simple story will always win because at the end of the day, like there's something about just actors being able to act and convey a message that pulls an emotion out of a person. Always gonna fucking just register.
No, I actually
The old
agree.
Asian heart.
I actually agree. I mean, when you what one thing Michael Jackson used to say is less is more.
Yeah.
What because the less you see, the more you get to think about. Your brain can expand on so much. You know what I'm saying? So I can agree with that. Like all the less special effects, the less crazy colors, everything else, you can actually focus on hopefully what the movie's trying to portray.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's literally one of the reasons why I kind of understand what happens when you do like the Oscars
Hmm.
and why you never really see like superhero movies or like these big special effects extravaganzas up for Best Picture. Because I think sometimes they look at those movies and think, okay, like special effects are a crutch. Like if this movie didn't have all those special effects, would it be as good? And in defense of those kind of movies, there are a lot of fucking special effects movies that are fucking dope as fuck.
Yeah,
like there's like emotionally all this shit. Like they just happen to need
the last Avengers. The matter of fact, the one before that one, everybody died. Yeah. Like the movie theater was quiet when I left. Everybody was sitting with their head down.
Well, that's what I mean. Like sometimes it's not a crutch. It's just they have this crazy, insane story they want to tell, and the only way to tell that story is with the help of those special effects. But that doesn't make it any less of an amazing story, But at the same time, you get a movie where it's just a roaming camera and two dudes walking on the street, and then all of a sudden it becomes this fucking amazing movie that everyone fucking connects to. That's gotta win over the special effects.
Yeah,
because
it's more personal, I guess.
Yeah. So speak in tune with this movie. Like, what's your favorite movie soundtrack? Do you have a soundtrack of a movie that where you're like, God, because I bought the soundtrack to begin again.
Really?
I love that kind of music. But what's your favorite movie soundtrack?
Favorite movie soundtrack? Ooh.
I have two.
I was gonna say this one just for shits and giggles. Rush Hour. Can I get a fuck you to these bitches from one of my... Okay, yeah. They get no.
So, but, speaking of Can I Get a, I actually like the edited version better.
Really?
Because I don't really care about Can I Get a fuck you to these bitches. Like,
yeah.
To me, that doesn't add anything to it. But when I hear Can I Get a what to these niggas from, like, it doesn't. I don't know. There's more of an attitude to Can I Get a what versus just Can I Get a fuck you? Like, okay.
I could actually see that.
Go ahead and listen to the edited version again, and listen to it right next to the explicit version. And to me, it sounds like the explicit version is just I'm swearing because I can swear, not because it makes the song better.
Okay, cool. So that was my shits and giggles answer. But actual like soundtrack to a movie, favorite soundtrack. This is gonna sound so.
Go ahead, go for it. What you got? Like
fucking Lion King, man. Lion King, the original. Yeah, Sabenia. Come on now. Come on now. That introduction that is the best introduction to a movie ever. The sun is coming up, and you got that.
Hold on. I gotta take a piss. Talk to these people.
Oh God.
Talk to them really about the soundtrack. Hold on.
Okay, viewers and listeners, if you disagree with me, then hit me up. But the introduction to the original Lion King, the cartoon version, it's a black screen. You got the birds and the animal sounds. Like Disney really, really created a picture with that movie. They created a sound. And when you hear that, Sabenia, the sun rises. It's like the voice creates the sunrise. And the animals look up, the birds are flying, and then that like the whole introduction of the movie with that song, like that's the best introduction to a movie. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who you are, I'm gonna argue it down. Yeah, just everything from the colors, the sounds. What the fuck? Oh my God! Oh.
Just call me King Sarath.
Oh my! For all you people that ain't watching this shit, please just pull over and watch. Look at your fucking camera right now.
Oh, ready, Chris?
Oh God!
Ready?
Wakanda forever! I got you. It's fucking.
Kente.
You fucked up my whole train of thought, man. Shit.
I don't know what you were talking about, but.
Oh God.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about the African?
You froze.
I do not frizz.
Oh man, this dude's wearing a fucking, what is it? A dashiki?
I don't know, but it's dope. It's my new jacket, and I love it.
Oh god. Okay. Yeah.
Let me take this off. Hold on.
What are you doing? Excuse me.
All right. So the Lion King soundtrack is one of the best soundtracks ever,
Yeah.
bar none. Come on. I wanna be a mighty king, so enemies beware.
Well, I've never seen a king or beast with quite so little hair.
I wanna be the main event, like no king was before. Yeah, no, it's
yeah. Look,
it's
this is
so
fucking
good.
terrible. We gotta stop drinking. We over here singing Disney.
But so you said, was there a reason why you loved Lion King soundtrack so much?
Well, I was explaining when you went to the bathroom that the introduction alone was amazing. You know how the black screen with the animal sounds,
Yeah,
and then that sunrise with that Sabenya, like it just hits so hard. A visual in the
the audible.
yeah, there you go. Shit, I was thinking, I was trying to say hearing,
Yeah.
but those mixed together create a whole scene from the animals just the birds flying to running through the pride lands or whatever. Like that whole introduction to me was like the best introduction of a movie. You know what I'm saying? Even in cartoon form.
No, I will agree with that. I will.
So,
It's such a fucking iconic scene. The sun coming up.
mm-hmm.
Now you hear, "Na si Venya." It's so fucking, like you can never
Nah.
not hear that and just be like, oh fuck, hell yeah.
Yeah. And then like my favorite song in the whole movie though is Scar's song.
Really?
Yes. It's so dark and gritty.
Dum, 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 dum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dum,
Oh,
dum,
is it-
dum,
dum,
dum, dum,
dum,
dum,
dum.
dum, 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 dum. I
And they had
know
the
that.
hyenas playing the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
bones.
The nah nah nah. Look,
My favorite song in the whole movie is "Can You Feel the Love Tonight," but here's the thing, not the fucking Elton John version, the version in the movie.
okay.
Fucking Simba and Nala are singing.
Mhm.
Dude, it's so fucking good.
It was so romantic.
So good. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I was like, I don't know how old, I was maybe like 10, 12.
Yeah.
But like, I was like, man, I need to find a girl so I can sing this to them.
I was like, I need a Nala. Like Nala. Which one of these name is Nala? Somebody.
I was looking at all these little Puerto Rican girls in elementary school. Like, hey, you want to be my Nala?
Oh man.
My two favorite soundtracks. One just because I love hip hop.
Mhm.
The Belly soundtrack.
Okay. I'll give you that.
Just because I love hip hop.
I'm gonna give you that off of DMX on shit X on the
Yeah,
real.
Exactly. But then I think probably my favorite soundtrack is the Space Jam soundtrack.
You know what? Hold on. Have we ever had this conversation?
Well, what conversation is that?
My most favorite hip hop song is the Monstars anthem from Space Jam. LL Cool J, Method Man, Coolio, Busta Rhymes, what's his name? Is it Be Real from Cypress Hill?
Yeah. Lightning strikes the court. Lights get
Let's get in. The swing competition is about to begin above the rim. This is the moves is animated. The ball in, I can't be deflated. I'm rocking up. My Monstars is getting money. Look, man.
Yeah.
He said, every step I take shakes the ground. I make you break your ankle, son. Shake you down.
This is my planet. I'm about business. The
best that ever done it.
Can I get a witness?
Look,
my favorite song on here is what is it? It's one Monica For You I Will.
Okay, definitely.
God,
definitely.
Dude, this shit is so good.
Yes.
This is why I got it on vinyl.
Look, I'm okay. I know we've been drinking, but I have to ask you, have we ever had this conversation? Because I'm today years old knowing that that's your favorite soundtrack. And that's my favorite rap song on that soundtrack.
Bro, we've never talked about it. But literally, this is one of the first vinyls I bought when I got my record player.
Really?
Yes, because that, oh my God, like when I was a kid, like I had that on CD, But man, when that movie came out, when that soundtrack came, because to me, that soundtrack is the epitome of you don't need to be explicit. Good song. Now, I have no problem with explicit at all, but you get those people out there that try to say a movie needs to be rated R. You need to swear. Like, no, like it.
Look,
you don't need to.
Look, my mom was straight Christian church loving, whatever you want to call it, but that was the only rap song she let me listen to, and I just loved it. Like I know all the lyrics. You know, I'm going straight to the hole. You ain't got no game. I'm breaking you out the frame, coming through like a train. The Method Man takes over. Coolio, he's like, it's like inch by inch and step by step. Look, man, the shit and the beat is so simple but so hard, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If you got a booming sound system, that's just gonna bump, and it's so simple.
I know. Okay, and listen, I don't care how anyone feels about R. Kelly. I believe I can fly.
Yeah.
One of the best fucking songs, one of the most inspirational songs you will ever fucking listen to.
Indeed.
And listen, I understand that his writing was a little suspect on, but I Believe I Can Fly is,
oh God,
goddamn.
Oh man.
Would you braid my hair?
Oh God. that Sour Patch Juice got you going,
bro. We've been drinking a little. The thing is, we haven't been drinking that much. It's just the fact that we don't drink like we used to.
I'm feeling it.
I am too, but it's not gotta be crazy. It's just gotta be loose.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, so okay. Final thoughts on Begin Again.
Begin Again. Definitely a great movie. Go see it. How old is this movie?
Go see.
Yeah, how old is this movie? Watch it.
It's probably like 2015-ish.
Oh shit, is that old?
It's an old movie. What's
okay?
What's your final takeaway from the movie?
My final takeaway.
Chris Brown thinking.
Don't let nobody take away from your artistry. Because she'd never been big if she would have stayed in that funk behind Adam Levine's character.
All right, and how would the lay person apply that to their life?
Whatever art you have, everybody has an art, in my opinion. I don't care what it is. You have an art. And art is what you love to do. I'm talking to the universe right now. Art is what you love to do. Whether it's talk to people, cook, clean, fucking mow lawns, whatever, it's an art. It'll take you places. Don't let nobody dim your art. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is.
That's the line. Don't let nobody dim your art.
There you
go.
God
damn, that's good. God damn, that's good. Don't let nobody dim your art.
And your art is what you love to do. Whatever you love to do, you do that shit to the max.
Yeah. Okay, I feel that. And for me, my final takeaway from the movie was don't be afraid to begin again. Like everybody, there's so many people I know, and this is okay. I will base it off of gambling because I go to the casinos a lot.
Okay.
There will be people who will be like, well, I got $100 in. I got to stick with it. And it's like, no, you don't have to stick with it. Don't be afraid to just cut your losses and begin again. Like, it's okay. It's okay to just understand that, hey, what I've been doing for this 15 years, ain't fucking working. It's okay to just stop and start over. You know, I think some people are just too afraid and they feel like they got so much invested in something that they have to see it out. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just don't be afraid to be like, this ain't fucking working. I need to start over.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like that's true when it comes to relationships. That's true when it comes to jobs. Like, you know how many people have just been stuck at the same job for 50 years?
Because they're afraid to begin again.
Exactly. Because they're afraid they're afraid to stop and go be the new guy in the other factory. Like, you know, my parents been at the same ice cream factory for over 40 years. And they tell me about all the bullshit going on at Friendlies. Now, granted, they've been there so long that they're a couple years away from, not even a couple years, maybe like 1 year away from retirement. So like, I just need to stick it out for the rest of this. But if you got time invested into something, don't be afraid to be like, I'm tired. I'm done. I don't want to be here anymore. It's okay to just stop and start over. You know?
Indeed.
Like, what do you think? What do you think goes through someone's mind when they're thinking about starting over?
I'm gonna go to another movie.
Can you hold that thought?
Yeah, pee again, don't you?
No, I'm just all out of cider.
Okay. I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you.
See, you're so like you can acclimate me when it has to do with alcohol, right?
Fuck yeah.
This motherfucker.
Oh man. I guess so we take a commercial break. We advertise like nap energy drink. You feeling tired? Have a nap. NAP. Natural amenities for prosperation. I don't know shit. I just made that up. Okay.
All right, hold on before you start. All right, so my new drink is it's the Blake's Hard Cider Flannel Mouth Classic.
Blake who? Blake Shelton?
I don't know.
Oh.
Some dude named Blake, but he likes flannel. So
it sounds country.
Well, it says the classic, so I'm guessing it's just like a normal hard cider, and nothing like no crazy flavors put into it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, but as you were saying,
I'm trying to remember what I was saying.
We were talking about some shit. What were we talking about?
I don't know.
Starting over.
Yeah. Don't spill that shit. Oh, there you go. It's perfect pour.
Well, yeah, you know.
Okay, what were we talking about? I wish I could rewind this shit like 10 seconds. Let me think.
Oh. We were talking about starting over again and letting the world tell you that it's not okay to fucking start over.
But then you went to your parents.
Yeah, my parents been in the same factory for forever.
God
damn it, I don't know.
Yeah.
How did you forget? I'm the one that went and got the fucking alcohol.
Because you stopped my flow of brain shit.
Must not have been that important. I'll be honest with you.
I think it was though. I don't know.
But
it's gonna bother me.
Yeah, so I don't know. But that was okay, so that was Begin Again.
Yeah.
That was the movie. So that's that was our music week.
Yeah.
Yep. So next week we are stepping into documentary.
Something to make you think. Oh, they all make us think, honestly. But shit.
All right. So I got a question for you though. So we talked about this on the phone, and we were trying to decide if we were gonna do you tell me to watch a documentary that you've seen. I tell you to watch a documentary that I've seen, or I pick this week's documentary because it was my turn to pick a movie.
Indeed.
What do you think we should do? I'll put you on the spot.
I know, because my first thought is watch a documentary we both never seen to see what we take from it.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. So if that's the case, I already have a documentary.
My brain definitely thinking no more. So yeah. One that we ain't never seen.
Man, I never thought before that not having alcohol for a few days would make alcohol hit me harder on the days I have it, but it really does.
Yeah. You've been detoxing for 6 days.
Yeah. And these salads. So I know Chris and I, it hasn't been a month yet? Close to a month, right?
No, we're almost there. We got like 6 more days. Look, we did it. Like, I don't care. We did it.
But it's going to be something that gravitates like even further, because I feel really good doing what we've been doing.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's why I eat salads at night. I sleep better. I wake up better. Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, like I don't know. I just feel like getting more vegetables in my diet just and can't nothing but good come out of it. And I've noticed a little trimming down in the waist because
I told you the
brother,
18 wheeler.
brother got a little hefty over
Look,
the over
look,
the
look.
months.
I can't even front. I had one of those tires that go around those fucking farmlands with the water spigots.
Right, you have one of them fucking CrossFit tires that fucking work.
that's what that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, you got it in the tube.
I got my shit down to a 10 speed. No, I'm joking. It's like
Dude,
a
my brother's got fucking like little fucking spare tires. Them motherfuckers.
oh man.
I don't like talking shit about my brothers, but I do it.
Yes, the fuck you do.
Listen.
This like the one episode that I thought you was gonna make it through the whole episode. Don't say some shit.
Listen, I love my brothers to death, but they partake in a little too much alcohol to the point that they look like little Asian Gru from fucking Despicable Me.
Dr. Robotnik's in Asian style.
Bro, they look like flamingos, man.
Oh shit!
All upper body. All upper body.
Look, they ever watch this shit? It's gonna be a fun day, but a bad day.
Remember when Seren kept falling?
Yeah.
Every day he fell at some point, and like even the people at the zip line were making fun of him. Like, how did you fall?
Walking up some 1-inch stairs. Shit.
All right. So next week we are doing our first documentary. So
indeed,
I decided I wanted to pick something that I thought was gonna garner some good conversation. Like if we talk about this film and we spend less time talking about the film than we do talking about shit, just stuff in general, I think we'll be good.
Okay.
All right. So the movie we are watching next week is on Netflix. It's a Netflix exclusive, and it is called The
Social Dilemma.
The Social Dilemma.
Interesting. It's a documentary?
Yep. And the whole idea about The Social Dilemma is it talks about how social media is infecting our lives and how it's starting to run our lives and control how we process information and how we communicate with each other. And I know you and I both, just in general, when we talk, like we both have things to say about social media, and a lot of times it's not the most positive.
Indeed.
So yeah, I actually can't wait to do that, because social media is a subject that I am very, what's the word?
I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, I'm versed in it, but I'm very jaded towards it. Why are you jaded towards social media?
I just feel like too many people with no life.
That's a good one.
Okay.
The Blake's flannel mouth.
Oh, I was gonna say full throttle.
Man.
But I feel like too many people with no life want to tap into everybody else's life. And one thing Mike Tyson said, he said the internet made it easy for people to talk shit and not get punched in the face for it.
You know what's crazy?
Everybody has an opinion about some shit they know absolutely nothing about or 3% about.
You know what's crazy about social media? Social media gives everyone the opportunity to begin again. If your life is going down here, going down, you can then hop on social media and pump it up. And then all of a sudden you become conflated with this idea of who you are on social media. And you forget that at the end of the day, you got to step out of that world and live your life
in the real
where
world.
It's at.
Yeah.
So it's such a very it's an interesting subject to me. Something I'm not well versed in, but versed enough that I understand how it affects, everyday people. I'm not I don't know metrics or stats or anything like that, but I understand how one thing put on social media can then, have cause a chain reaction to then, influence a lot of people.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree. So, yeah, yeah, I'm just
are we? Do
yeah,
you
like
think
you
we're gonna
jaded.
sound like the? Do you think we're gonna sound like the old men complaining about the young kids?
I mean,
Because realistically, we are.
I
We're
mean,
at the point in our life where we're
I'm,
the old men.
on the real, I don't give a shit. These young kids need to get smacked in the fucking face one time. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Look, it's just that every everything you want and you think you need to have does not exist at a push of a fucking button. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is, or an app, or
Yeah.
fucking whatever the fuck you think this world can, whatever the fuck you think this can fucking offer. Shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
They think that this is the way to power. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that there's a lot of individuals out there who have turned this
into power.
into power.
But guess what? You know what never beats real power? Think about it. Like these electric cars and everything else, it's all good. But that straight muscle, the old school muscle cars, they're gonna always win. You know why? Even if you beat them at the finish line, they'll run your fucking ass over after you win. And your little metal, plastic, electronic car is gonna be a fucking not Hot Wheels after that.
Yeah.
Because you had a real because you had real muscle hit it.
Yeah. Are you hoping to learn anything from watching The Social Dilemma? Because this is a documentary.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I wanna learn, and I wanna actually know that what I'm thinking about, somebody else thinking about too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
See the pros and the cons.
exactly. I just kind of want to I want a fully formed opinion of social media versus just my opinion that I have right now.
Yeah,
The opinion I have right now is
it's fuck it.
yeah. If I could do without, I use social media because work and it helps me. It's a marketing tool, but man, it's such a fucking toxic place.
I told you, once I got on social media, I became so much more at peace with myself. I mean, you just because you're not
I'll be
looking at.
honest. I didn't think you knew how to use a phone in general.
I know when I want to. Shit, it's just as
First of all,
it's just as easy as jerking off. You just grab it and go. You joking?
I'm choking. Ah.
Oh shit!
The realest comment I've ever heard. That completely threw my train of thought off. Like that's complete honest shit. It's just like jerking off. You just grab and go, and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
God damn. All right. Social media, the hand job of America.
Oh shit! Oh god! we don't get sued for any of this shit.
No, we ain't gonna get sued, but we might get made fun of. Who gives a fuck? Make fun of me. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a shit.
People make fun of me for years.
Man, for real.
I don't give a shit.
Oh, he said that.
I'm 5'6" and Asian. There ain't nothing you can tell me that's good. I haven't already heard. Like,
he's the social media, the hand job of America. I love it. I love it. Oh right. Man.
So okay, so that's it for this week's podcast. Again, Frozen and Begin Again.
Mm-hmm.
Go check them out. Frozen's on Disney Plus. Begin Again's on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Check them out. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you was anything you were able to pull away from the movie that we didn't pull away. And if we didn't talk about it, it's because we drunk. So it's all good.
Fair enough. All right.
Yeah, and then next week we are looking at The Social Dilemma on Netflix.
Indeed.
So take a look at that and then jump back with us and see if our train of thought is the same as your train of thought. As always, it's your boy Makazi, aka it's your boy Sarath, aka Makazi.
Yeah, he's drunk. And Chris Brown, aka Red 4 Delta.
And we out. Peace.